Spurs versus Rockets, game one of the NBA Cup this year. This is a huge turning point for the San Antonio Spurs. We got Wembanyama looking for a huge bounce back game. We are on the eve of De'Aaron Fox's return. Not quite yet. Luke Cornett's return is imminent, but it's tonight where the Spurs need to send a message after two straight losses, coming into maybe the most important game of the season so far. Definitely one of the most important, as they're looking to solidify their spot tied with the Blazers at the top of those NBA Cup standings for their group. Wemby has something to prove. Stephon Castle wants to prove all the doubters wrong for that point guard position. We got a lot of great things coming up in this game. Thank you for joining in to the live Spurs, and hello, it's just me here today. Keenan's been out for a little bit, but he'll be back in just a few days. He's having quite an adventure. Maybe he'll talk about it when he gets back, but thank you, Spurs and channel member, for being here. Wemby's Castle channel member, we got both of you in here. Fox back tomorrow. That's the big news from today, and we are just minutes away from this game starting between the Spurs and the Rockets. And I want you guys all, for everyone that's in the chat, you don't even need to be subscribed. We got over 20 people in here this early, so thank you very much. Leave your prediction. S for Spurs, type S for Spurs, type R for Rockets. Who do you want to win? Not even who do you want to win, who do you think's gonna win? You know that we're saying S for Spurs, baby. It's gonna be the Spurs that are gonna come out on top here today, and I just got a good feeling that Victor Wembanyama is going to do something special against the Houston Rockets. Now, the Rockets obviously have a lot of talented players, and it's never going to be an easy game, but we know what Wemby has done the last few games. The game against the Suns and the Lakers, it wasn't so great. I mean, the defense is like Wemby himself said, they came at him quite fast, and so it was really, really difficult for him to adjust in real time. But I really think he's going to be able to do something tonight against the Rockets. And the concern, I think, for me right now is that the Rockets have a lot of weapons in their starting lineup. I mean, Amen Thompson, he's more of an off-ball threat, transition threat. His three-point shot really isn't there yet, but if he can get going downhill, even in the half court, he is a threat to score at the rim every single time. And you know what? I'm feeling like we need to play some nice little vibey music here now. Let's get the vibes up in the chat. We got so many people in here. Spurs and Rockets. No, not the Rockets. Wemby's Castle Spurs / like Sochan, says FH. Oh man, Sochan, I'm excited to see. Actually, I haven't checked the injury report. Maybe you guys can let me know. Let me just double check the injury report here. Is it official what Sochan or Olynyk are doing tonight? I'm going to see. They are both available as of an hour ago. So Jeremy Sochan and Kelly Olynyk are both available to play tonight, which is going to be, again, huge for the Spurs rotation, because if we look at the Rockets rotation, they have some pretty solid starters, but their bench falls a little bit short. Now, let's be honest, at this point, so does the Spurs bench. I am really glad that we at least have Olynyk, so we probably won't need too many Biyombo minutes. Look, I'm a Biz truther. I love Bismack Biyombo, but the numbers don't lie. At this point in his career, he's not really serving that backup big man role that we would really want from a Spurs backup to Victor Wembanyama. Now, to be fair, Kelly Olynyk doesn't defensively either, but at least to have that body there is going to be important. But Jeremy Sochan will hopefully alleviate some of those minutes as well. We got to get back to the chat. I see some S's. Guys, I need to see more S's in chat. S if you think the Spurs are going to win. R if you think the Rockets are going to win. We need you guys to be active here. And again, we're going to try and answer so many of these chats. We're also going to do a little bit of a Q&A during this thing. If you guys have any questions, channel members and super chats always get priority when I'm responding. So I'm sorry to those of you who are not that, but I'm going to try to answer as much as we can. If you got any questions heading into this game, questions for me, questions about the game, we'd love to hear them. Spurs need to lock in, says Jellybean Josh. Said something in the middle there, but hey, I completely agree. But I think the problem, too, is that this Spurs team just has not been... It's not the Spurs team that we expected from the start of the year. And I don't mean in terms of, relative to expectations. I think we didn't expect the Spurs to start 5-0. I think the 5-0 start made our expectations, like, way loftier, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing, but for a team that was missing their all-star point guard, former All-NBA point guard, for a team that had a rookie point guard in Dylan Harper coming in to play a pretty big role early in the year, to have one of your better young players, especially one of your best defenders in Jeremy Sochan out, to have your new acquisition who's a stretch big man in Kelly Olynyk out, you're just like, okay, geez, well, what even are the expectations to start this year? So that was a big question. And then to go 5-0 on the back of Wemby playing some incredible top 5 MVP candidate. He's 4th right now in the most recent ladder. Top 5 MVP candidate level basketball. That, naturally will raise your expectations as a Spurs fan, right? You start the season 5-0 and you're like, well, geez, how good can we be? And then all of a sudden, 2 stinkers later, you're 5-2. You're still near the top of the conference, but everyone, like, I think it got a bit doom and gloom. Even myself, I fell into that trap a little bit. But I think, like, right now, we are in a great spot. We are in a great spot as Spurs fans. Starting 5-2, this game is going to mean a lot. But if we can get a win here tonight to start 6-2, with Dylan Harper missing basically 2.5 games, with De'Aaron Fox missing every game so far, there are very few teams in a better position to strike as the season goes on than the San Antonio Spurs. So I am so excited about that. And now I'm seeing the S's in chat. We got roofing videos. We got Blockstar Records. We got Spurs and with a bunch of S's. We got a lot of people in here. Thank God for Olenek taking Bismack minutes. Look, Wemby's Castle, I agree. Again, Wemby's Castle, the first ever channel member on the channel. By the way, if you do want to become a channel member, you're going to see Wemby's Castle and Spurs and those highlighted names, those logos next to them for being channel members. But also, you guys get these emotes, and I'm going to send these emotes in chat. We got Chef Brian Wright, we got Alien Wemby, we got Pop, we got Stun Tim Duncan, and there's going to be more coming. But we can't unlock more emotes until we get more members. The more members we have, the more slots YouTube lets us use for emotes. I want to use a lot of other things, and look at that! Wemby's Castle coming in hot. Wemby's Castle, thank you so much for the donation here, sending a Spurs Digest gift membership. So, Jelly Bean Josh, thank you for being here, sending in the chat. You are now officially a channel member, courtesy of Wemby's Castle. I want to see some W's in the chat for Wemby's Castle. I got to see everyone interacting here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much, Wemby's Castle, for sharing the love. Jelly Bean Josh, I want to see those new emotes from you as well. You get a highlighted name, you get the badge. What a great way to start off the stream before we even get going here. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this game as we're still waiting. We're only 4 minutes away from the scheduled start time, but of course, tip-off is probably going to be a few minutes after that. This is on Prime Video in the US, and outside the US, you'll probably have to watch on League Pass, but this is a big one. Again, in the San Antonio Spurs, we got some W's from Wayman, Mr. Postman. Thank you so much. Go Spurs, go dude, says Football Nation. We see a lot of familiar faces here in the chat, and that's what I love. And let me know, too, do you guys like these watch-alongs? You got the music in the background. You know, we're going to use these few minutes before the game to really hone in on getting the vibes going. I mean, the vibes are already high from Wemby's Castle and the channel members in the chat. Another gifted membership. Oh, my goodness. Wemby's Castle coming in hot today. Thank you so much, Football Nation. You are now also a channel member. Football Nation, send those emotes right at the bottom in the chat. You guys can't see it on my screen, but there's a little smiley face, and you can send these emotes. I want to see them from you guys. Chef Brian Wright is going to be cooking once De'Aaron Fox comes back, and we're going to see all the apologies. Stephen Walter saying Durant, Sengun, Thompson Smith, Eason Okogie Adams. Let's get it, right? And look, Josh Okogie has started like 5 games for the Houston Rockets. They haven't really been sure about their starters. Eason has started a few. Okogie has started a few. They play pretty different roles too, but it's been interesting to watch the Rockets this year. Of course, without Fred VanVleet after that very unfortunate injury to start the season, but look at that, Football Nation, sending those pop heads. That's what we want to see. Oh, thank you so much, Wemby's Castle, for the generosity. We got this wonderful group vibe here at Spurs Digest. Now, before we get going, again, the stuff's going to start here in just a few minutes. How is this music level? Is this about right? This isn't too loud to be distracting, right? I'm just trying to gauge it because throughout the game, we have this, like we have chill background music. We got some positive music here. When the game is going great, we have some dramatic music. You know, for when it builds up, we're going to play this here. It should start to come in a second. I just want to make sure that the music level is pretty decent. So you guys let me know. I think it should be good. But yeah, just let me know in the chat. I do see Spurs and saying can't see the game without Amazon Prime. Boo. Yeah, so that is a bit of a problem, and it's what's going on in the NBA right now. It's making it harder and harder and harder as we get a super chat. Oh my goodness, Wemby's Castle coming in extremely hot to start this stream. Now we get the super chat animation again. Go Spurs go, the black and silver hearts, baby. Wemby's Castle, our first ever channel member and our first ever second tier channel member. Wemby's Castle, we got some members only videos coming soon. When Keenan gets back especially, we got some big ideas, so keep an eye out. Thank you so much for the $2. That puts Wemby's Castle right at the top of the chat. You know what? I can set goals. I haven't really done this before, but let me see. How can I do this? I mean, there's different examples anyway. There's goals you can set in this chat and stuff, but there's no need. Wemby's Castle, thank you so much. I want to see everyone in chat who can chat. You don't even need to be subscribed to chat. Leave some love for Wemby's Castle. I want to see W's spammed in the chat here as we're getting ready to go. And we are now at 7:29 Eastern, 6:29 Pacific. the game should start in just a couple of short minutes. And yeah, I am really, really excited. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. How do you like these watch-alongs? Now, I did one a couple weeks ago. Where's your love? Spurs and you are, look, ton of love for Spurs and Wemby's Castle and our new members as well, Football Nation and Jelly Bean Josh. Spurs and Wemby's Castle became members right at about the same time. The two inaugural people always and forever will be ingrained in our brains and our hearts here at Spurs Digest. I don't mean to leave you out. I'm just seeing what's latest in the chat. Don't you think I forgot about you, Spurs and Wemby's Castle as well. You guys, unbelievable. But how you guys liking these watch-alongs? Right? I did one against the Nets on a Sunday game, and it ended up getting over 10,000 views. You guys actually really tuned in quite a lot. And this game here, it's very important. Now, I won't be able to do it tomorrow night. I have other commitments. I would love to have done it for De'Aaron Fox's first game of the season. Of course, I think a lot of us would have loved to see that. But at the same time, a game against the Houston Rockets, Wemby trying to get his revenge, like, you know, there's some good stuff that can very well come out of this. So yeah, anyway, I'm very, very excited. Still waiting here. Still waiting on this game to start here, and I'm not seeing anything on my stream. Are you guys seeing things on your stream? I'm just seeing black and white here now. I'm not even seeing anything. This is really, really strange here. Oh, could it be that because I have OBS open, I can't see the game? Oh, that is interesting. I love you back. Thank you so much, Spurs. And I gotta double check this here because, yeah, no, there absolutely is stuff happening, but I can't see it because I have this open. Well, how can we fix this? Let me see if I can watch this on my phone, because that's something I haven't tried yet. League pass, because this is something I haven't tried yet. The game should start in just a few minutes. I'm gonna sign in with NBA ID. Look, this is why we have this stuff done so early, right? This is why we get the stream going so early, to figure out these little problems. There, sign in. That is not my password. Okay, so we're getting things going here. We're figuring out the little problems here and see if that works. Not my password. Okay, well, now I got to see what my password is. This is not how I wanted this to go. Michael D. Luffy coming in saying, Josh, love your content. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Love that you're here. Really appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. I'm just super excited to, like, it's a privilege to be able to get to do this and to have all these fans here. You guys are really what make this what it is, and a sincere thank you to every single person who tunes in every single day here at Spurs Digest. Like, you guys make this so worth it, and I love to be able, like, I'm talking about my favorite basketball team every single day, and you guys are making it worth my while. A huge thank you. And we got Football Nation coming in with the super chat as well. What a hot start to this stream. Your energy will take you far, dude. I love your hustle. Looking forward to the postseason basketball again in San Antonio. Seriously, guys, leave some likes on these. Seriously, thank you so much. That is really, really nice of you to say, and really kind of you to say, honestly. Like, because look, I love having energy. That's what I do. I speak fast, I speak quick, I speak with energy, intensity, because I love my San Antonio Spurs. I know you guys all love your Spurs as well, and we can all share in that together. So again, this show is nothing without you guys. Like, seriously nothing. So, you know, give yourselves a pat on the back, because again, this stream doesn't happen if we don't have these wonderful fans to help make it happen. So anyway, unbelievable stuff, and this game is about to start very soon. I'm still trying to get my stream to load, and the big problem here is that League Pass and Prime Video doesn't work. Prime Video doesn't work if you have streaming software open. So because I'm trying to stream here, it doesn't. Anyway, Michael D. Luffy saying, did you see Fox returns tomorrow against the Pelicans? I did, and if you guys missed it, I made a video on that earlier today. You know I'm on that stuff quick. As soon as it dropped, bang, I was there. I'm there all the time. I'm there before you can even realize what's happening. I got a video ready to go, so yeah, just saying. But yeah, really trying to figure out, just trying to get a stream up of this game. This should be fine here. Gonna try again on my phone. But look, you know, this is not what I wanted to see. But hey, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna get this going. But De'Aaron Fox is gonna be huge. We need mods. I would have voted for Ann, but she's a Rockets fan. Look, I'll give you guys credit. Wemby's Castle and Spurs Ann. If you guys want to be chat moderators, I am not opposed to that. So if you guys are interested, let me know. You guys obviously have our trust. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know. And I'd love to do that for you guys. Really trying to just figure this out here. Because yeah, my stream is just not working. It's blacking me out. Try your cell and sync maybe. Yeah, I'm trying. The spacing Fox is going to give is beautiful. I agree. This is, Let's go. I'm down, says Wemby's Castle. Well, I think I can do you. Let's do this. Add as moderator, and we'll do, I'll do standard moderator there, and we'll let Spurs and do it too. We'll go add as moderator, standard moderator. Sorry if the energy is a little bit down right now because I'm still trying to figure this out. But let me see if I can, again, I'm just going to try my best here because none of my, like I have Prime and I even have League Pass in worst case, but it's just not working. It is just not working. So, yeah, this is weird. Is there an app for NBA League Pass? NBA, I guess just the NBA app. Wrenches, there they are, wrenches for Wemby's Castle and Spurs. And once you send those chats, you should see wrenches. Thank you guys so much for offering to do that, by the way. This is incredible. Let me see. Browser. Let's see. There you go. Now the wrenches are there. You'll use your power wisely. I trust you. I trust you. What is working here? Watch on playback. Watch on playback? I could. You know, I probably could. That's actually not a bad idea. It's not my favorite, but let's see. Spurs Rockets. This is just a room. How do I watch? Do I have to join? Oh, this is strange. I've never used playback before, but this is very interesting. Oh, I guess I do have to sign up. We'll just do this. So sorry again for the low energy here. Just trying to figure things out. I don't. Let's go Spurs. Sarasota, Florida here. Let's go. Okay, and we'll join. Let's see if we can do this. This is weird. I'm not seeing anything here, so I'm confused. Yeah, anyway, I'm not actually able to see anything. This is why won't Prime let, I understand why they won't, so that I can't stream it like to you guys, but anyway, we still have a few minutes before tip off, so this is the time to figure this out. This is absolutely the time to figure this out, and that's what we're doing here. We solve problems here at Spurs Digest, and that's what I'm trying to do. You're good. You got to get your stream right first. Like, this is so weird, though. Like, again, I pay for the service, and I understand they don't want me broadcasting to all of you guys, but that's not what I'm doing here at all. Okay, I found one that I think works, so we're going to hold on to this for now, and yeah, we're just going to... Do you guys see Blake Griffin on the screen? If you guys see Blake Griffin on the screen, then I think I'm good. So... there it is. All right. So I have used a playback before Wemby's Castle. I've seen it. I know what it is. But I went into it and there was nothing actually playing on the screen. Like, I joined someone's room and there was nothing playing, so I couldn't even see the game. But hey, that is all right. We also looked into that, but doing this actually seems to be quite a lot better on YouTube. We get better interaction with the fans. It's great. But thank you, everyone, for being patient. We got 50 of you in here. You know what? We always have a huge goal. Wait a minute. Is that the audio from that? We always have a big goal. A big goal of hitting 100 likes on all these streams. And I know we only got 50 people here right now. Mine is also on commercial right now as well. So as you guys are sending the message, I got the in-arena feed, so I'm just seeing the NBA Cup floor. But we always try to hit 100 likes. So if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, because you know what it does? It pushes us out to all the other people trying to find this game. And then we get everyone, Spurs fans, Rockets fans, everyone alike, coming in here and sharing this experience with us. And that's what we're all about here, right? Like, look, I know we all love the Spurs and a lot of us don't like the Rockets, but at the end of the day, what we're all about here at Spurs Digest, and what you guys should be all about, is really just fostering this feeling of community. And I really think we got a great community here at Spurs Digest, and we want to share it with everyone else. And honestly, maybe the best thing you can do is actually just liking the stream. It's a simple thing you can do, one click, and it helps us out more than you can imagine. So thank you so much. I don't mean to do the big spiel, but look, we already got 19 likes, 20 likes. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go here. Let's get amped up here. Let's go over here and let's change the music. We got, what do we got? We got some rising music. Oh, here we go. We're getting pumped up for the game as I'm seeing Jeremy Sochan in the layup line here, putting one up. I see Stephon Castle saying, ooh, Wemby, popping a three. We gotta lubricate the vocal cords here now. Gonna be sipping some water. Gonna be sipping some tea from, if you guys like this mug, let me know. It's one of my favorite mugs. It only cost me $9, so, and I use it a lot. You know, for you other nerds out there, it's a pretty good one. Self-proclaimed. I know I am. I am a nerd, big time. I don't care. This is my favorite mug. I want a Fiesta jersey, says Michael D. Luffy. I think we all do. Now, you guys have seen, I have a Fiesta hoodie from when they first released those Fiesta jerseys a few years ago. I bought the Fiesta hoodie, and I had it shipped to me, and it was awesome. I also do have this classic hat. This is my favorite Spurs hat that I own. I actually didn't even buy this at the arena. I bought this in Houston, believe it or not. I bought this at a lid store in Houston, but I have another Spurs hat that I did buy at the old AT&T Center, though it's still the same arena as Frostbank, though we'll be getting a new one very soon, so we'll see. How long before the streams do you normally start? Well, Football Nation, I started this one at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 6:15 p.m. Central, I like to go live 15 minutes before the scheduled start time, though I know this Prime one, the actual tip-off, is not going to be for another couple minutes. Like, this one is a bit slow, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Gonna go through the chat again. Mark Stockton. I'm Filipino and born in France. Never would I imagine a world where French dude and Filipino dude play on the same team. And it's my team. Go Spurs go. All the way from Montreal. Okay, born in France, living in Montreal. Well, a little interesting tidbit for those of you who are in here early with me before we get the big group of people tuning in once this game gets going. I actually live in Canada, so it makes these streams a little harder sometimes on the East Coast. I'm not in the American TV market, which is why I was trying to do it on League Pass, but I live in Canada. I'm actually from Canada, so maybe that makes you realize I'm an imposter or what, but I actually lived... Mark Stockton, si tu parles français, moi j'habitais à Québec pour 2 ans, juste avant de déménager encore juste chez moi, mais oui, je parle français, complètement français. Je parle un petit peu d'espagnol, hablo un poquito de espagnol, for everyone that speaks Spanish too. Mais merci d'être ici, Mark Stockton. T'es né en France, t'habites ici au Canada. Merci beaucoup, c'est toujours bien de voir des autres personnes qui habitent au Canada avec moi. Thank you again. There's a little bit of French. We got a few other Canadians in here. This is awesome. Wow, you're international. Yeah, we got Mr. International himself, Mark Stockton there. If Wemby was a gym leader, what would his lead Pokemon be? Ooh, look, I like the older games, so I'm gonna have to go back a little bit though. What's the most alien-like Pokemon? I think it's tough. There's a lot of very interesting ones. What about something slim that can attack, that's fast? I mean, look, I don't think gym leaders would have a Deoxys, but I gotta be honest, I'm a Gen 3 guy, and when I think of an alien life form with long arms, Deoxys is what comes to mind, and you know, one of the best Pokemon of all time, why not Wemby? I think that makes a lot of sense. Stack Attack is a fun one too. I actually like that. Why are you a Spurs fan? Not saying you can't, curious. The reason I'm a Spurs fan is because I am from a small province all the way on the east coast of Canada, and when I was young, the Raptors sucked, and I felt I don't feel any identity with Toronto, really. Like, I think sometimes people, not saying you are, but people group all of Canada together as this one big thing, and we are a lot of the time, but as it is in the States, every different state has their own culture, even different cities within the same state have different cultures. So for me, where I grew up, I didn't feel any tie to the Toronto Raptors at all. So I felt the freedom to pick my own team. And what did I choose? I chose the San Antonio Spurs because I thought they were super cool. Manu Ginobili fell in love with his game so fast. He became my favorite player. The rest is history. That's why we're here today. Bro, this is uncanny. So many parallels with our channels. Game on. Absolutely. This is incredible. Boyos, I'm a Spurs fan because of Avery Johnson. Pretty court. The court is pretty. Kevin Durant is there. We're getting ready to go. We got the rising music. We're gonna put this on and let's vibe. Wemby wins the tip back to Champagny and the game is underway. Steph Castle dribbling up the court. It looks like he's being guarded by Amen Thompson here. This is very interesting. Steph Castle taking the pick and roll, kicking down to the corner. Champagny with the early three. It doesn't go. Wemby tips it up. The rebound doesn't come down. The Rockets get the ball and it's Thompson coming up the court. Now my stream is actually pretty low quality, but it works. It works, and as long as it works, we are good. The Rockets coming down the floor. The ball goes to Kevin Durant. Back to Amen Thompson. Nope, Durant stays there. They fake the handoff. Durant with Wemby on him. Kicks back out to Sengun. Wanted the three early. Doesn't. Thompson in the corner being guarded by Castle. I like this matchup here, those two against each other. Wemby is giving Sengun that three. He airballs it. The rebound, not enough time. It's a shot clock violation to start the game for the Houston Rockets as we got 0-0 and a fantastic defensive possession by the San Antonio Spurs. 11 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Still 0-0, and here we go. Steph Castle coming down the floor. Little pick and roll with Champagny. Castle going downhill, hanging in the air. They call a foul on Sengun. That's good. If you can get Alperen Sengun in a bit of foul trouble early in this game, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Now, I don't know if that was really a foul. Sengun is not happy at all with that. It did look like he was standing pretty straight up. You know, as a guy who plays down low a decent amount, I know what it's like to get that foul call when you really don't do anything. But Steph Castle at the line to try and put the Spurs on the board first. Let's have a look here. He misses the first free throw, and this has been a problem for not just Steph Castle, but for the Spurs in general. The free throws, we haven't been the best from the line. Like, the Lakers game was decent, but before that, we've had some struggles. Stephon Castle, especially. Stephon Castle putting up the second free throw, and it barely goes. Ooh, I mean, 1-0 to start the game. We got a bit of a baseball or hockey score here now to start as the Rockets come back down the floor. So Amen Thompson coming down over to Alperen Sengun. I might be a little bit behind you guys. Sengun goes in and he makes the layup. It's 2-1 for Houston. I might be a bit behind you guys as well, so you guys might accidentally be spoiling stuff in chat. But if you want to sync up to me, I'm at 10 minutes and 50 seconds. So you guys can do with that what you will. As we're looking to enter the ball to Wemby, he's getting doubled and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Football Nation saying that's why we lost to the Lakers. That's the thing. The games are often won or lost at the free throw line. But that's it. Kevin Durant and Sengun showing the replay there. A nice little give and go as Sengun gets the backdoor cut on Wemby. So the ball is coming in. Devin Vassell is inbounding. He's got Jabari Smith Jr. on him. Over to Wemby, who's got Amen Thompson on him, which is an interesting matchup. Little crossover for Wemby, driving downhill, 2 steps to the basket, and that's gonna go. The San Antonio Spurs take the lead in this game now 3-2. Still a hockey score, a baseball score. We're only a minute and a half into this game, but it's been exciting so far, and it's really good to see Wemby get his bucket early. That's what we've wanted. And we got Kevin Durant coming down. Little elbow floater doesn't go back to Wemby. Leave some W's in chat for Victor Wembanyama. Channel members, just like Spurs and did, send that Wemby alien emoji. Steph Castle pull up mid, doesn't go from the elbow. Sengun comes down with it and is running back down the floor. We got to see some W's for Victor Wembanyama in chat. W's for Wemby. That's all I want to see to get him going this game. Champagny guarding the paint. Nothing going there. Sengun kind of wants the three. Wemby's giving it to him. Sengun fakes the mid. Back to Thompson, who hesitates and shoots the three, but it goes down as the Houston Rockets take the lead 5-3 in this early goings of this NBA Cup Group C game. Steph Castle just lazily dribbling there. Eason is heavy on Victor Wembanyama, or is that Eason or Kogi? It doesn't matter. The steal for the Houston Rockets on Wemby. And Eason throws it down, and that's not the ideal start here for San Antonio. Wemby is not very happy with that turnover there. He didn't really like receiving the pass that high, I don't think. You know what you got to do, Wemby? If you don't like getting the pass that high, you got to go back down low. We are with 9 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Castle out to Champagny, hesitates, doesn't want to shoot the three with Amen Thompson closing out. Steph Castle driving downhill, gets the step, heads right to the basket, misses the layup, and is coming the other way with Amen Thompson. Once again with the ball in his hands, drop pass to Durant, who's getting guarded by Vassell. The foul is called. Durant misses the floater. Vassell's not happy with it, but hey, that is what it is. We got the benefit of the doubt on one. Time for them to get the benefit. Eason with that fantastic defense there on Victor Wembanyama, getting the fast break slam as we see the replay. Or sorry, that's a Kogi. It is a Kogi. I knew it was. I couldn't see it. It's a Kogi, not Eason. My bad. By the way, guys, If you guys like this hoodie, this Dylan Harper hoodie, this Wemby, this is maybe what I should be wearing, this Wemby sweater, the link in the pinned comment in the live chat as Kevin Durant hits a free throw is where you can get it, and you get 10% off just for watching this stream and being fans of the channel, which I appreciate a ton. You get 10% off all of, like, I love these hoodies, these sweaters. You see me wear my Manu t-shirt, 100% cotton, made in Texas. So if you want, like, the best Spurs merch that's out there, like, no joke, diehard addicts, they got you covered. 6 or 7 of you guys already bought some of this stuff. Make your jokes about that. I gotta stop saying that. But yeah, anyway, Julian Champagnie shoots the three as Sengun's closing out. It doesn't go, and Jabari Smith comes down with the rebound. The Rockets are off to a quick start here, 9-3 for the Houston Rockets. Smith Jr. here, getting guarded by Devin Vassell, kicks it back out to KD, reposting. Little hesitation there. Pull up mid in Vassell's eyes. Does not go. Champagnie comes down with it, and it's Steph Castle going the other way. We got some W's in chat for Wemby. I love that. We need to see Wemby get going. He's got a Kogi on him. Look, give Wemby the ball. Like, I don't know. It's not that hard to send an entry pass, is it? They're staying on the perimeter. Vassell shoots a three. It doesn't go. Wemby tips it. He does get the offensive rebound. He's triple teamed here with a Kogi, Durant, and Sengun back to Harrison Barnes, who drills the corner three. Harrison Barnes with the corner three. That is massive for the Spurs. Do I have, there we go. We got the fire. Harrison Barnes banging that corner three. The vibes are still pretty high this early in the game as there's 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Actually, now 8:08 as I talk. Alperen Sengun getting guarded by Wemby. Wemby's not going to let him just get into the paint. Oh, he got into the paint, and he kicked it out to Josh Okogie. And Steph Castle sagged off, and Okogie bangs the three. The Rockets are off to a very hot start, and I want to remind you guys, these Rockets are a very high-octane team. They're a team that loves to push the ball. They love to run. They love to do everything they can to score as many points as they can, and they're on a 5-game win streak. Wemby with some handles and an offensive foul as he puts his hand in Sengun's face. Bit of a weak one. Wemby starting off a bit rough right now with a turnover and an offensive foul. Let's see the replay. Yeah, oh, that's a weak one. That is so weak. Sengun flopping like a fish as Tony Brothers, of course, is the one to make the foul call. That is brutal. He got brushed on the nose. I understand wanting to sell the foul, but come on. I mean, that did not touch him that badly. Jabari Smith Jr. kicks out to Kevin Durant, getting guarded by Vassell. Durant looking for the kick out. Doesn't work. Champagnie's got a couple of boards and a steal now as Harrison Barnes is the one running down into Wemby, who's got Sengun on him, looks off of Champagnie on the back cut. Wemby with the little spin, gets doubled by Thompson, swing to Vassell into the corner, Champagnie back to Vassell. That is elite ball movement. Vassell hits the 3-1. That's how you get back into this game, Devin Vassell. What a bucket from our boy Devin. That was a questionable shot. It was a bit of a tough shot, but he decided to pull, and that's that new rule this year. If you hit the hand, it's a foul. Okogie's not happy, but that's the rule. You gotta put up with it. Oh, what a way to start there from Devin Vassell. Hitting the and 1-3. Can he get the free throw to go? Of course he can't, because the Spurs can never hit their free throws, as this 12-9 lead is staying here. Sochan is playing to Spurs. Yes, he is. I completely agree. I agree that he's playing. Sengun hits the three, but it is after a whistle, so it doesn't really matter. There's a foul called on Vassell. Keldon Johnson and Jeremy Sochan are coming into the game pretty early, only 5 minutes into this one, so we'll see what they can do. We're gonna switch up. We're gonna switch up this here. We gotta lock in on some defense here. Defense. We need that defense chant. Type. Half of you in chat, some of you can type the letter D, some of the rest of you can type the word fence. I need some D and some fence in chat. I need some D in chat? No, well, only if you want. Take a sip. Smith Jr. down to Sengun. Sengun's getting guarded by Sochan, which is a matchup I talked about earlier today. Sengun misses the layup with great defense from Sochan, but it was cleaned up on the follow-up. We gotta go back down the floor. I gotta update the Houston Rockets score as the ball is lost by Devin Vassell out of bounds as it's now 14-9 for the Houston Rockets, and that is all right. And there's going to be some substitutions. So not the best start to this game as my stream just crashed, of course, which is less than ideal. Here we go, and it's entered down. Oh, great. I think my stream fully crashed, which is less than ideal because it's back in time. There we go. We got some defense coming in chat. Thank you so much. Though my stream again, like it crashed, which is not great. Hoping that it can come back up. Like, what is going on here? Like, yeah, my stream just straight up crashed. So I'm gonna try and find something else. This is actually insane. This is nuts. I can't believe what's happening today. I cannot believe what is happening today. I can't watch it legally because I'm streaming. But anyway, I think we're on commercial right now, so I think we're good. I found another one. Thank you so much. I need some defense. Defense. That's right. Thank you so much. They're going to attack our paint now, says Michael D. Luffy. And yeah, they for sure are. By the way, if you have the in-arena feed, are you going for red, blue, or green in this go-kart race? Let me know your vote in the chat. We got 57 people here. We are now currently on commercial break, though again, even this stream is lagging very badly, but hoping that it can stay good for the rest of the game. I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic here because you know what? We're always optimistic here. I'm going to start new tab in Island. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a new window. Yeah, on this commercial break, how you feeling so far about the start for the Spurs? Leave a thumbs up if you like the start. Leave a thumbs down if you don't like the start. Not on the stream, of course, but just in the chat. Leave a Y for good start. Leave, I don't know, N for bad start. Let's do that. I want to see something. Red all day. Let's see who wins this race. We got some red. Hit the like button, says Marcos. Look, usually I'm the one that asked that, but thank you very much, Marcos. Hit that like button if you're in here. We got 66 people, only 26 likes, and it is green that comes away the winner in the Valero race here. It is green. Red has not won yet this year. It's 2 for green, 2 for blue. Red is due, Steven. Don't you worry. Manny Fresh saying, Ginobili. My boy. My favorite player of all time. I'm sure a lot of your guys' favorite players as well. Who's your favorite Spur of all time? I want to see you in the chat. I got to see the chat going, right? I want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to ask questions. I want you guys to speak. I love interacting with you guys every single day. It's seriously so fun to get to do what we do. And you guys make it that much better. NBA Cup headlines. They're showing some headlines here. Chicago leads East Group C with 10-point win versus the New York Knicks. And Chicago's coming up next week. Kawhi's buzzer beater versus the Pelicans was pretty crazy. Now, look, we got Pelicans tomorrow, and we got De'Aaron Fox coming back. We also got the Bulls next week, who lead the entire Eastern Conference. But Portland defeated Denver 109-107. Group of death is what they're calling it. That's what they're showing on the broadcast, and it really is. As the Rockets take it 14-9 with 6:46 left here in the first quarter, and we are back underway. Here we go. The Rockets come down the floor. It's Kevin Durant getting guarded by Harrison Barnes. Sochan stepping in to help a little bit. Great defense by Barnes. Durant misses the jumper. Keldon Johnson's going to dribble down the floor. We have Wemby out of the game right now. We're going small ball. It's Jeremy Sochan playing the 5, guarding Alperen Sengun. That reminds me of before. Mitch Johnson just very clearly does not trust Kelly Olynyk in those minutes, having to guard those other skilled centers. Sochan sets a pick, and they call an offensive foul. The refs are really letting... they're calling ticky-tack fouls to start this game, and that does not benefit the Spurs very much. Wemby just brushing Alperen Sengun. Sochan being a little aggressive on a screen. Look, and we got the benefit of the doubt on that first Castle drive as well, but this light whistle is not really going to help the San Antonio Spurs. We need to assert ourselves, especially if we're playing some small ball, like we are right now. Tim, David, Manu in that order. I like that. Sengun goes downhill on... Oh, it's going to tip out of bounds off Amen Thompson. Sengun was trying to go at Jeremy Sochan, but it just didn't work. Jeremy Sochan, that's a good screen. That's a Kogi flopping now. What is with the flopping Rockets, man? They're just making... Look, it's selling contact is what it is. Let's not lie. Like, obviously, we want them to do that. And if it was the Spurs doing it, we'd probably defend the Spurs. But I just hate to see that, right? Like, come on, you're barely touched. It's a screen. Push through it. Fight through it. We got Steven Adams ready to check in. They're really trying to punish the Spurs for going small here by inserting one of the strongest men in the NBA. Jeremy Sochan, look at that little move here on Alperen Sengun. Backdoor pass to Keldon Johnson. KJ coming in, my boy. You can't see the jersey. It's right here. Keldon Johnson's jersey always next to me because I love me some good Keldon Johnson, some big body. As the Rockets come down, it's now 14-11 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's Jabari Smith who re-enters to Kevin Durant. The Rockets have not changed their lineup once in this game. Durant pulls in Barnes' eyes, does not go. Stephon Castle is going down the floor, passes over to Jeremy Sochan. Sochan over to Vassell, wide open 3. It's no good, it's short. Keldon Johnson, though, all over the offensive glass. Kicks to Harrison Barnes, Mr. 100% from the corner, and the game is tied up, baby. Harrison Barnes, that's exactly what you need to see. He's got 2 threes so far in the first quarter for 6 points. He is on a roll. Leave some love for Harrison Barnes in the chat. Mr. 100, I want to see those 100 emotes in the chat as Durant hits a jumper over Harrison Barnes. Sometimes you just can't stop Kevin Durant. It is what it is. It is the Slim Reaper. It is Kevin Durant himself. Stephon Castle coming downhill. Harrison Barnes, Mr. 100%. A third 3 for Harrison Barnes, starting the game off so hot. Mr. 100%, 17-16. We need to see the love for Harrison Barnes in the chat. Just type Barnes. Type whatever you want. Is there a burn emoji? I would love to see everything. Amen Thompson coming down, getting guarded by Jeremy Sochan. And it's a turnover for the Houston Rockets, and it's going the other way, as we're going to see another replay of Mr. 100%. What a great off-ball screen by Stephon Castle, not allowing Kevin Durant to get back into the play, and they're going to show the replay of that backdoor cut from Keldon Johnson. Jeremy Sochan with the nice read. Look, that's all that time at point guard that we gave Jeremy Sochan is paying off. He's able to really see the floor well. There's just 4.5 minutes here left in the first quarter. Stephon Castle is the one coming down the floor. Little pick and roll here with Sochan. Castle wants to shoot the three, doesn't do it. Keldon Johnson going downhill, big body right at Steven Adams. And it does not matter as Keldon Johnson gets the bucket. Strong, big body, baby. That's exactly what we want to see. And the Rockets are coming back down the floor. A bit of hesitation. Goes over to Kevin Durant. And they call a weak push on Harrison Barnes for daring to lay a finger on Kevin Durant. Oh no. How horrible. How horrible. My goodness. These ticky-tack fouls are going to... they're going to make the Spurs pay because... You know what? The Spurs are going to make them pay. Champ Barnes. Can I see... Is there like a burn emoji? Can we like... Hold on. Let me search emotes. Burn. No, there's no burn emojis. What about shed? No, there's no shed emoji. I thought that would be cool if there was one, but there's not, as Steven Adams misses at the rim, contested again by Sochan, who has been incredible in this game since he came in just a couple minutes ago. Keldon Johnson falls. He slips on the floor. Sochan is being left open for three. A bit of a hitch in that shot. That didn't look like the smooth shots that we've seen, but guess who was there? It's a big body Keldon Johnson putting it back. The Rockets are not happy. Big body flex, and the Rockets call timeout. 21-16 for the San Antonio Spurs with 3:45 left in this pivotal game here in the NBA Cup. We're heading to commercial. Leave some big love for big body in the chat, baby. San Antonio number 3. Where is it? Keldon Johnson. This guy right here is. You know what? Sorry, Manu. I really like you, Manu, but it's Keldon Johnson time. This guy has been off to an incredible start for the team. We need to hang the jersey up behind me. I can die happy knowing Keldon is going to take care of the team. Absolutely. Big body. Flex those muscles in the chat, baby. Oh, I might need to take off this sweater. It's getting hot and heavy here for the San Antonio Spurs. Let's get some positive music going here. Let's go. You know what? Let's get some intense music. I am so amped up right now. The San Antonio Spurs could not have gotten off to a better start, really. I mean, yes, I suppose you could have had Wemby really start to roll a bit earlier in this game than we would have wanted, but, like, let's be honest, man. Keldon Johnson, this guy right here, big body, like, he's playing the center role right now. Like, those rebounds that he's getting, we haven't wanted to put Kelly Olynyk in the game, but Keldon Johnson is showing us that, like, man, those rebounds are really important for him. And I want to see if I can get the game stats open here in another tab. I just want to have a look so I can see as we are still on commercial break. We're going to come back and finish the first quarter when they come back. But right now, I need you to leave a like if you want the Spurs to win this game. Stats have shown that if you leave likes on Spurs Digest streams and videos, that good things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm just saying. You don't need to believe me, but I'm just saying. So yeah, let me know what you think about that down below. But right now we are just obviously incredibly hyped for this start to this game. The San Antonio Spurs getting out to an early lead versus this really good Houston Rockets team is about everything we could have possibly asked for. So really excited. I want to see here. Can I do that? Yeah, now I got the box score here as well. So, a little summary of what's going on so far for you wonderful people. The leading scorer for the San Antonio Spurs is, of course, Harrison Barnes, who is 3 for 3 from 3 for 3 from the field with 9 points, 1 rebound. But really, arguably, the star of the show is Keldon Johnson with 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 of them being offensive. 3 for 3 from the field. Rockets fans were PO'd for San Antonio drafting Wemby. Well, I don't think it's just that we drafted Wemby. I think it was Wemby's reaction when he saw that it wasn't the Rockets who were taking him. He was happy. And I mean, who wouldn't be happy? Like, who wouldn't be happy going to a Spurs organization that he loved from day one? Absolutely incredible stuff. You can see Michael saying Keldon Johnson's offensive rebounds have been huge. Absolutely, completely agree. Taking a look down in chat here. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Sochan is insane on defense. Claimed everyone. Contract year, baby. Look, we were maybe a little annoyed that he didn't get his extension, but I completely understand, right? After having a calf injury and then a wrist injury, it's like there's a lot of risk to San Antonio signing an extension for a guy who's coming off of injury, and for a guy who you haven't really seen in a huge sample with your two best players in De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. So you really wanted to see what he did this year before committing to what could be an overpayment. So I like that we didn't extend him right away. And, you know, I don't love the idea that he's going to walk to restricted free agency, but hey, it is what it is. As the game is back underway, the Rockets are bringing the ball up. 3:36 left in the first quarter. It's Reed Sheppard handling the ball right now. He's had some ups and downs for sure in his young career, but Harrison Barnes is still on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant looking at Barnes in the post. Barnes is being physical. Some great defense. Kevin Durant misses the shot again. Barnes, like, man, he's been kind of clamping KD so far. I can't lie right now. Stephon Castle coming down the floor. Another pick and roll with Jeremy Sochan, the lob. And Sochan couldn't get it to go. Oh, Sochan couldn't get the lob to go. He's not happy. That's just some of that rust, baby. That's all it is Lindy Waters, number 43. I love that number. Is checking in for Julian Champagnie, and Victor Wembanyama is coming in for Stephon Castle. And I think that's the right decision. Wemby is 1 for 1 from the field with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers and a foul. Of course, one of them being an offensive foul was the turnover, but that is what it is. As the Houston Rockets inbound the ball, and I believe that's Tari Eason who is bringing the ball up right now. Eason getting guarded by Keldon Johnson pretty strongly here. Johnson's pressuring the ball a lot. Eason's not really your traditional point guard as it goes off of Kevin Durant. He saves it. No, he is out of bounds, and the Spurs are going the other way. Kevin Durant's been getting clamped. Ime Udoka is pissed on the sideline. Kevin Durant is not off to a great start to this game. He's got a couple of turnovers. Well, I don't know if that's really on him. But Durant is starting this game 1 for 5 from the field with a turnover. Harrison Barnes has been clamping him. And now we got Lindy Waters, who is playing that backup point guard role. Now, in last game against the Lakers, Waters did not collect even a single assist. As Harrison Barnes launches the 3, it's no good. It's short as Tari Eason's coming back down with 2:45 left here in the first quarter. It's Reed Sheppard at the top, kind of dribbling in the middle of nowhere, the Frostbank Center logo. It's a high pick and roll with Steven Adams, who tries to catch Lindy Waters up. Reed Sheppard settles for a contested mid-range shot, and he hits it. I mean, look, if Reed Sheppard can do anything, it's hit that jump shot, and that's exactly what he does to cut the lead down to 3. This is Keldon Johnson bringing it up. Jeremy Sochan looks. Steven Adams giving him the 3. Sochan drives straight at Adams. Nothing doing there. Sochan waiting, trying to make a pass. Harrison Barnes is deep 3. No, he's not looking at that. Into Victor Wembanyama, who's got Tari Eason on him. Little nice drop pass down low to Jeremy Sochan, who goes up and he misses. No foul call. Steven Adams gets the rebound there. That was at the end of the shot clock. Amen Thompson rolling down the floor with Lindy Waters on him. Kind of a little interesting dribble move into the paint. It doesn't work. Harrison Barnes collects the rebound after a tip, and we're gone the other way. Things are rolling right now. It's a fast-paced game. Keldon Johnson's getting swarmed. He takes the ball away from Tari Eason. He's looking for Victor Wembanyama, who's got Alperen Sengun on him. It's a switch. It's Tari Eason onto Wemby, who pulls up from deep 3-point range, and that is no good. Jeremy Sochan comes down with the rebound. Lindy Waters looking for Sochan, doesn't quite get the pass off. Wemby, pump fake, step back, 3-point shot fading. It's no good. Steven Adams comes down with the rebound. Wemby's 3 has not been falling for the Spurs as of late, as we are down to 1.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. And it's Alperen Sengun getting guarded by Keldon Johnson. Some physical defense. Sengun is not happy. I don't know if he wants a foul call. The Spurs are sending a double. Victor Wembanyama tips the ball. I thought he was going to get called for a foul, but he didn't. Keldon Johnson, though, does get called for the foul. And Alperen Sengun is trying to direct traffic on offense for the Rockets, and he is not happy with the other Rockets players not being where they should be. And you know what? It almost led to a turnover. Wemby coming over with the double. That was interesting. But at the end of the day, it is Keldon Johnson who collects the foul, and the Rockets will continue with possession. You gave me no choice. Had to unlike because you said to like for the Spurs. Oh, that's fair, Steven. You can unlike and then like again. I understand if you want to do that. That's no problem. No, I get you. Alperen Sengun gets the ball here, getting guarded by Victor Wembanyama. A little spin move. Wemby with the great defense. Sengun is going at him hard, and he finishes in traffic. That's a nice finish as Kelly Olynyk came into the game. Sengun complaining because he wants the foul, and he's going to have to flop a little bit more if he wants a foul. There's a turnover heading the other way. Tari Eason flushes the ball. The Rockets take the lead. The San Antonio... Whoa! Whoops. What did I do with the time here? I accidentally did everything there. Well, there's only 53 seconds left here now as I'm speaking. Kelly Olynyk has the ball at the top. He's looking. He's dribbling. He's going right at Alperen Sengun, trying to get into the paint. Little step through, little hook shot. Kelly Olynyk, baby. Okay. I see you, Kelly. Giving the Spurs back the lead with 40 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Alperen Sengun is getting given the 3. Airballed the first one. The second one is way short. Lindy Waters coming back down the floor. 2-for-1 opportunity. See if he takes it. Waters over to Keldon Johnson. You know he knows he wants that. Oh, he wants that opportunity, but he gets swatted at the rim. It is a 2-for-1, but the Rockets might have a chance to hold right until the end of this quarter as Amen Thompson is going to dribble the ball here with 18 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to hold for the final shot. They'll only be 2 seconds after this. The Spurs won't really have much of a chance. We'll see. Oh, Thompson over to Sengun, who kicks out to Tari Eason, who fires the 3 on the catch, and it's good. The Spurs will get one more shot, but Tari Eason knocks down that 3. Lindy Waters coming on the floor with 3, 2, nothing. On the floor, there's a foul as the Spurs will take the ball out of bounds with 3.3 seconds left here in the first quarter. That was not a great turnover there from Wemby. They're showing the replay, and again, Tari Eason. Wemby is just, he's not on his game yet. And then he gets bullied on the offensive, or on the defensive end as Alperen Sengun goes right at him with the shoulder and just scores on his head. Look, let's be honest, it's not a great start for Victor Wembanyama, who has 2 points and is a -10 so far when he's in. He has 3 turnovers as Sengun is going to check out for these final 3 seconds in a 25-23 game. It's Kelly Olynyk inbounding the ball. There's a little screen there. Inbound to Lindy Waters, but it's very deep from 3. He's going to pull from deep 3-point range, and it's short. And that's going to end the first quarter. Not a great first quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. Is this a W quarter or an L quarter? Leave a W if you liked this quarter in the chat for the San Antonio Spurs. L if you didn't like the quarter for the Spurs. I'm going to be honest. It could have been better. I'm gonna say it's an L though. I'm gonna say it's an L quarter just because Victor Wembanyama, in a game that we really wanted to see him come out really strong and have a great game, he is a game worst, -10. The second worst in the game is Lindy Waters, who's a -7. Wemby is a game worst, -10, with only 2 points, 1 foul, and 3 turnovers on 1 for 3 shooting. Now again, this is not the end of the world, because there's some good things happening. Harrison Barnes is 3 for 4 from 3 to start the game. Keldon Johnson has 6 points, 3 rebounds to start the game. I see some L's in there, but look, if you want the Spurs to turn things around and you're a new person in this chat, hit the like button on this stream. Again, this pushes this out to all kinds of other Spurs fans who might want to come and tune in and join in to watch this wonderful game. Let's take a look in the chat here. Hit the like button, says Marcos. Thank you. Spurs and says L. I agree. I'm okay with this quarter. I am easy saying the NBA is totally disrespecting Wemby by putting small players on him, and he's doing nothing about it. I mean, that is a bit of a problem so far. You know, I'm not loving the fact that Wemby is not really able to post up these smaller defenders. And I mean, you know, there was those jokes about, you know, LeBron when JJ Barea was guarding him and he couldn't do anything about it, that kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't think it's at that extent. I think the Spurs are also just, like, right now, so far this game, Wemby's been shooting, like, from the perimeter. Wemby has just not gotten into the paint. Wemby needs to put himself into the paint, but other teams are watching him when he's in there. The Spurs are not finding him on these entry passes. These post-entry passes are important. If you want to score in the paint, you need the entry passes from the perimeter, and the Spurs have not been able to really do that. And I think De'Aaron Fox is going to help a bit with that. I think Dylan Harper was obviously good at that. But here, as we're waiting for the second quarter to start, we're actually going to change the time here. I can't help but wonder, man, like, when is Wemby going to hit that next gear? Because I think it's coming. In fact, I know it's coming. We've seen what Wemby can do. He can absolutely dominate every aspect of the game. But when his jumper is not going, it seems like Wemby loses a lot of confidence, and he doesn't really want to take it into the paint. So we'll see how that progresses. Spurs and saying Houston's defense is stifling, and it is so far. I mean, they've forced Wemby to the perimeter a lot, and, you know, right now, Wemby was getting guarded a lot that quarter by Josh Okogie and Tari Eason. And again, it's like when Alperen Sengun's on the floor and you're sending your smaller guys who are a bit more athletic at Wembanyama, I think that sends a message that, yeah, Wemby can shoot over you, but if Wemby's jump shot is not working, what's going on? Like, Wemby just doesn't seem to be quite strong enough to get all the way to the rim yet. He did on his first bucket of the game, but he hasn't really been doing it since. So I'm excited to see how Wemby can bounce back here in the second quarter and how the Spurs can come back from a few pretty rough turnovers. The Spurs had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. The Houston Rockets, they had 3. So that right there is the difference in the game, right? 2 Spurs turnovers directly led to Rockets buckets. One of them from Josh Okogie, one of them from Tari Eason. So there were 2 turnovers from the Spurs that led directly to dunks, and that is literally the difference in this game right now. If the San Antonio Spurs can get rolling, like, here's the thing. The Spurs have held Kevin Durant to 1 for 5 shooting and Alperen Sengun to 2 for 6 shooting. Durant and Sengun combined are 3 for 11 in the first quarter, and the Spurs are down 2. To me, that is a bad omen, right? You need, if you're gonna stop the Houston Rockets' best players, the Houston Rockets stars is what I meant to say. you're going to have to capitalize on that as play is now underway and the ball is inbounded to Reed Sheppard as Jordan McLaughlin has checked into the game and he is guarding Reed Sheppard. Sheppard coming downhill over to Amen Thompson. It's Keldon Johnson guarding him. The Rockets have made a couple of substitutions here. And it's McLaughlin out here on Sheppard. Kelly Olynyk is there as well. Sheppard taking the leaning three. That was a bad shot. Wemby comes down with the rebound as they're showing this guy in the gold Spurs jacket on the left. Respect to that guy. Jordan McLaughlin coming downhill. Wemby setting the screen. McLaughlin, nice little pass out. Lindy Waters. That's got to be buckets, right? Yes, sir. Lindy Waters knows how to hit threes. That's one thing that Lindy Waters knows how to do. If Lindy Waters can get going, I would love that because right now, again, he's kind of the backup point guard, though right now the Spurs are running like, look, they got two bigs, they got Wemby and Olynyk, but they also have two small guards in Waters and Jordan McLaughlin. Now, Waters is not tiny. He's not like he's 6'1". I think he's like 6'4", 6'5" still. But Sengun is trying to back Wemby down. Wemby really Sengun is throwing the shoulder at him, and Sengun just gets the bucket. There's nothing Wemby can do. Wemby is getting completely and utterly outmuscled and outworked by Alperen Sengun so far. Sengun is dropping that shoulder into Wemby, and you know the ref's not going to call it if Wemby falls, because Wemby is so much taller, even if Sengun is strong. Keldon Johnson gets this little step on Amen Thompson, going downhill, and it's blocked, and it's going to be off of Keldon Johnson's hand, out of bounds, and it's going to be the Rockets coming the other way. You know what? If Wemby lowered his head a bit, Wemby is, oh man, he might get a foul here at some point. He's trying to wrap up Sengun. Sengun was really trying to get Wemby to jump, but man, I don't love seeing that. I don't love seeing Wemby getting bullied by the other team. I mean, it's not something that should happen to a 7'5" player. Amen Thompson looks for the three. Keldon is sitting in the paint. Amen misses. They're daring him to shoot as Wemby is going down the floor quickly up to Lindy Waters. Waters is dribbling at the top of the Amen Thompson on him. He's not going to go one-on-one. It's Victor Wembanyama at the top of the key. Deep three. Looking little play with Keldon Johnson, but Keldon Johnson had Waters in the corner, but fires it high and out of bounds. Another Spurs turnover. Their 6th of the game so far. And it's the Rockets coming the other way. These turnovers are what is costing San Antonio, and it has been a massive problem since Dylan Harper went out. Sengun is going to launch another three, this time from the corner. It's off again. The ball is tipped, though, and the rebound goes to the Houston Rockets. Who is that in the game, actually? Is that No, it's Clint Capella. Yeah, that's Clint Capella. All right, so it's Reed Sheppard dribbling down, looking. Nothing really going. Skip pass over to Amen Thompson. He fires another contested three. This one's good. Amen Thompson hits the three, and it's now 30-26 for the Houston Rockets with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this quarter. Let's put that up right. 9 minutes and 40 seconds. As Keldon Johnson gets blocked again at the rim. It's a few times now. Wemby with the pump fake. Pass out to McLaughlin. There's a double on Wemby. McLaughlin knows what to do. The smart play. Jordan McLaughlin, finally, the first guy that seems to know what to do when Victor Wembanyama is getting double-teamed. Not 90 minutes. Goodness, 9 minutes. When Victor Wembanyama is getting double-teamed and you swing the ball, you got to take advantage of that as the defense is shifting. Wemby was getting double. McLaughlin could have swung the ball, but he noticed the Rockets are jumping those swings. They're trying, as they showed David Robinson in the crowd. So he faked the pass. Jordan McLaughlin then goes downhill straight at the Rockets defense and gets a nice little layup to cut the lead to just 2. 9 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the second quarter as the Spurs were only down 2 to the Houston Rockets after being down 4 after the opening quarter. They're cleaning up something that was spilled courtside right now. Some nice little dance moves. Tony Brothers is like, nope, right there. They're wiping harder. 2 people. The second man has come in to start wiping the floor. There's 2 of them wiping the floor. There's a third man coming over to wipe the floor. Someone must have spilled the drink. The third man is in. Both hands from all of these men with their wonderful black shoes with rainbow on it. 3 men wiping the NBA Cup floor. Stephon Castle is surveying the situation. Tony Brothers is stomping his foot there. They're laughing on the sidelines. What is that haircut from that guy? Oh my goodness, that looks like the worst adult bowl cut I've ever seen. As Amen Thompson is preparing to inbound the ball, and the cleaning is all done. Let's get some defense chants going in the chat once again as Victor Wembanyama is tying his shoe. This is riveting. Come on, Mitch, settle them down, says Spurs, and I agree. Amen Thompson inbounds the ball, handoff. Give and go with Tari Eason. It's back to Amen Thompson. Stephon Castle is going under the screen. Sengun doesn't want to shoot the 3. He's lost confidence in his 3 ball. Reed Sheppard's coming downhill. A little floater in the lane, and it's good. Reed Sheppard has had a very solid game, but the Spurs are coming the other way. Reed Sheppard has not had a great start to his career necessarily. A lot of people doubting him, but he's having a good game here tonight. Jordan McLaughlin, nice little pump fake. Reed Sheppard falls for everything. Vassell looked a little amped on that 3, and yeah, that's not going to go. It's Amen Thompson coming the other way after the rebound from Alperen Sengun. A little weird brush screen there from Sheppard gets McLaughlin confused. Beautiful ball movement, and it goes back to Sengun. Pass is tipped as Devin Vassell tips the pass out of bounds. Sengun is very emotive. I will give him that. Everything that happens, whether it's positive or negative, oh, he's going crazy. But that's okay. That's okay. We got to get some intensity here. We got to get the defense back. Defense in chat. Who peed on the floor? It's a great question, Rick, but they had 3 men cleaning it up with 2 hands each, so that's all right. Let's get some defense chants in the chat here now. So the ball is inbounded over to Reed Shepherd as Jordan McLaughlin is guarding him close at the Frostbank Center logo. It's back to Kevin Durant, who has had a bad start to the game. That is technically a travel, but in the NBA, they never call it. Nice little pokes from Stephon Castle from behind, and the Spurs are out in transition after the steal. It's Stephon Castle wide open from the 45 for 3. Air ball. It's an air ball from Stephon Castle on the wide open 3, and Jabari Smith Jr. is coming back down. And my stream froze. There you go. Jabari Smith Jr. on Devin Vassell. Smith Jr. coming down on the floor, and he's going to lose the ball out of bounds, and it's San Antonio basketball. Let's rise up. Let's go. Let's get some hype going for the Spurs now as Devin Vassell, backdoor, hanging in the air, misses the layup, and it's going to go off of the Rockets. It's going to be Spurs ball. The Spurs have missed a few little shots in close. We had Jeremy Sochan miss an alley-oop dunk. We had Stephon Castle airball a 3 a second ago. Devin Vassell misses the tough, to be fair, hanging layup. Kelly Olynyk getting a good bit of run right now in this game, which I like to see. Victor Wembanyama, oh, nice backdoor pass to Castle, and he gets fouled, and once again can't finish the layup. That's okay, though. Wemby looked off a very good mid-range shot for an even better look for Stephon Castle. I will take 2 free throws over a mid-range shot any day. It's, you know, Castle has not been great at the line, but this is a chance to really make your mark and cut this lead down to 2. Stephon Castle, let's go. Stephon Castle, the free throw line. Leave some love if you want Stephon Castle to hit this free throw. The first one's up. Those red sneakers facing the Rockets. It's good. Stephon Castle knocks the first one down. Red sneakers versus the Rockets is a bit of a bold choice if you ask me. But you know what? Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge what Stephon Castle does with his shoe game, right? De'Aaron Fox, you see him in the shirt and tie on the bench. He is ready to make his season debut tomorrow. I love the tie. Stephon Castle shooting the second shot, and it is good. Stephon Castle brings the Spurs to within 2 points with 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Reed Shepherd coming down the floor, swings it over to Clint Capella at the top of the paint. Jabari Smith is really begging for the ball. Stephon Castle is hounding Kevin Durant. I love this defense. This is the kind of defense that always annoys Kevin Durant, but it gives Kevin Durant some motivation. Pull up mid, fade, and it's good. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Kevin Durant makes the very contested shot. Spurs are insane. Turnovers are killing us as Stephon Castle does pick up another turnover. Reed Shepherd fires the quick transition 3. And that's a 5-point swing right there. Very, very fast. 37. Music a little too loud. Okay. I'm going to turn that down just a bit. And there's the 3 from Reed Shepherd with 7:33 left in the second quarter. It's 37-30 right now. And again, the turnovers are killing the Spurs. So, okay. Let's chill for a second. Let's, do I have any sad music? I don't think I have any sad music. Let's go back to the chill. Okay. Let's take a second and breathe. How are you guys feeling right now? As we are in a commercial break here in the second quarter, the Spurs have not been off to a great start to this game. Turnover after turnover after turnover is killing us. Stephon Castle with only 3 points on 0 for 3 shooting and 2 turnovers. The Spurs have 7 turnovers. The Rockets do have 5, but a lot of the Spurs turnovers have not been dead ball turnovers. They've been active ball turnovers, live ball turnovers, I should say, where the Rockets can come down and get some buckets, fast break points. Do I have that stat here available? No, but I mean, that 3 from Reed Shepherd plus the dunk from Tyrese Eason and Josh Okogie is at least 7 fast break points for the Houston Rockets so far. Can we get some R's in the chat? I mean, I don't know. R's for Rockets? I don't think so, Steven. I'm sorry about that. I'm not cheering for the Rockets. We need some S's. Look, if you believe the Spurs can come back and make a statement in this game, Wemby get back on track, leave some S in the chat. S for Spurs, baby. Wemby does have 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's only taken 3 shots. He's been looking a bit passive. Those shots he's taken, 2 of them, the one make was a layup. The 2 misses were deep jumpers. One was a 3, one was a deep 2. The Spurs have also, look, Harrison Barnes started hot from 3, but the rest of the team hasn't. Champagny is 0 for 2. Wemby's 0 for 1. Vassell is 1 for 4. Castle is 0 for 1. Sochan is 0 for 1. Waters is 1 for 2, but the Spurs only have 5 made 3s on 15 attempts. The Rockets are 5 for 10. So right there, 5 missed 3s, and the turnover differential for the San Antonio Spurs is costing them so far, and it's why it's a 7-point lead for the Houston Rockets. I see the S's in the chat. That's right. Momentum is for the Rockets at the moment. Completely agree. By the way, guys, if you want more live watch-alongs like this, you want videos before every game, after every game, we got videos coming every single day. I've posted 2 videos today, and I'm doing this, and there'll be a video after the game. You know that there is, and if you want your home for all the latest Spurs content, just double check if you've subscribed Check if the subscribe button has been clicked down below, because you know you want to do it if you want to stay up to date on all the latest Spurs content as early as the news comes out. I don't know what you're doing if you hadn't hit that sub button, as we are getting ready to go back into the game. The two blonde kids with their hair like this. I can't deal with that. I'm too old, I feel like. I don't know. But that's okay. They're cheering. They're cheering for the Spurs. They both have number 5 jerseys. Is that DeJounte? Maybe. I don't think so. Wait, who? Maybe I'm just forgetting a number 5. They're showing a lot of people in the crowd, but that's all right. The game's about to get back and going, and let's go, Spurs. Go, Spurs, go, baby. Let's get some vibes. Let's change the music up. A little bit of some vibey music here. Some nice, happy music as we're getting ready. We're getting ready for the second quarter to continue. 7 minutes, 33 seconds. We're getting ready to go. Let me take a sip from my beautiful mug. They're not ready to go. What is going on? Am I crazy, or is this commercial break extremely long? Anyway, Spurs leaders today in minutes played. It is Victor Wembanyama leading the way with 12.5 minutes played so far in a game that is only 16 and a half minutes old? Well, 4 minutes and a half into this quarter. So yeah, 16 and a half minutes old. We see Nikola Jokic coming into the game. 5 triple-doubles in 7 games. That is what he does. But, there is a problem here. Victor Wembanyama is a game worst, minus 15, and the Rockets have been attacking him as the ball is live. It is inbounded to Jordan McLaughlin. And Wemby is standing in the corner. McLaughlin and Barnes running a bit of a pick and roll here. McLaughlin, little pull-up elbow jumper, and that is way off. Another air ball. An air ball on an elbow jumper from Jordan McLaughlin is a bad omen, but you know what? It can only get better from here. Let's get some defense, baby. Let's get some defense going. Reed Sheppard has had a good game so far. He pulls up from mid. It's short. The rebound goes to Capella, though. Wemby should have probably had that. Sheppard for 3. Bang. The Rockets hit another 3. The San Antonio Spurs cannot get anything going. They can't collect the rebounds. They're turning the ball over like crazy. Champagnie down into Wemby, who finally has it in the paint against Clint Capella. Kicks it back out to Champagnie after the double team. Swing. McLaughlin wide open for 3. That's what you need to do. If the Spurs can continue to do exactly that once Wemby gets double teamed, you're going to be in good shape. A swing for an easy 3. And that's what we need to do. After the airballed elbow jumper, Jordan McLaughlin makes up for it with that beautiful 3. As right now it's Jabari Smith Jr. with a very, very tough shot. It does not go. Great defense from Champagnie, but it is rebounded by Capella. Vassell guarding Eason. Another air ball. What is going on? Eason gets his own rebound, though. Kevin Durant, there was no one near him for 3, and that's going to go down because it is Kevin Durant. What is going on? This game is pure chaos right now. Mitch Johnson is not happy at all. You can imagine. Vassell swings to the corner to Champagnie. Kevin Durant. Oh, they call a blocking foul on Kevin Durant, and I'm not so sure about that one. He's discussing it over with Reed Sheppard. It seems like Durant and Sheppard are not on the same page right now. Tari Eason airballed the floater. Wemby could not grab the board with one hand as he was fending off Capella with the other, but the scramble off the offensive board leads to a wide open Kevin Durant, and that's what happens when you can't secure the defensive rebounds. That's all right. Wemby is now down to a minus 18. Minus 18. The Houston Rockets are first in the NBA, though, in second chance points. They are great at getting some O-boards. As Jeremy Sochan has checked in for Wemby. That's it. Minus 18. Wemby comes off the floor. Devin Vassell kicks it back out. Keldon Johnson driving in. It's Jeremy Sochan in the corner. He's trying to drive here. Trying to get the step on Jabari Smith. Looking to do something. Doesn't quite work. Ref calls a travel. And that's going to be it. Jeremy Sochan with another turnover for the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs are up to 8 turnovers in the game now. It's 43-33 for the Houston Rockets with 5:58 left to go here in the first half. I don't know. How are we feeling? Mitch ain't it for head coach? I think it's too early to say that. The Spurs are not, I don't know. Look, nothing against you. I don't understand the Mitch criticism this early into the season when Dylan Harper is out, De'Aaron Fox is out. I understand we got to get stuff going for Wemby. And look, it hasn't been perfect. Mitch is still learning. This is his first official full season. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But look, I understand the frustration. I definitely do. It's a shot by Kevin Durant that's missed after great defense again from Sochan, who's going right at Reed Sheppard, but he's getting double teamed down low. Champagnie wide open 3 in transition. Bang! Julian Champagnie, baby. That's what we need to have him do. The Spurs are getting open 3s, and they're finally making the Rockets pay, but the transition defense wasn't good, but they get the rebound because the Rockets missed the layup. It's Jeremy Sochan coming downhill. I thought that could have been a carry, but it's not. Sochan is struggling to handle the ball, and it's another turnover as Reed Sheppard takes it. Josh Gosse in for the easy slam. Another brutal, useless, needless turnover from the San Antonio Spurs. I don't understand what's going on here. It's killing the team. That's officially 8, though I feel like it should be 9. I think they're just not counting some of these turnovers for the Spurs. Reed Sheppard has very active hands on defense. Champagnie, he hits the 3, but it's after a whistle, so it's not going to count. It's great active hands from Reed Shepherd here. Little poke from behind on Jeremy Sochan, and it worked. Oh my goodness. I'm not loving what I'm seeing from the Spurs this quarter. I mean, it's just turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover. I love the Spurs, but they're not prime time yet. Look, they will be. I think it was a defensive 3 seconds that was called as Devin Vassell is going to hit the free throw to make it 45-37. I see what you mean. I see not running plays for Wemby. But at the same time, you just got to get Wemby down low. Like, I don't know if it's Mitch or I don't know if it's Wemby. Like, I think there's a world that is Wemby, but, you know, it is what it is. Dude, you're such a fire commentator. Thank you so much. I don't ever commentate. I have no pro experience, not even amateur. This is my first time. Well, I did a game, a couple weeks ago, the Nets game, but thank you. I really appreciate that. I love hearing that. I don't know. I do what I can. Sochan takes the 3. It's launched. Shoulder cannon shot. I mean, look, Sochan has been working on his jumper. That one didn't look very smooth, though, and it doesn't go down. Devin Vassell is up guarding Jabari Smith Jr. Pick and roll with Steven Adams, who's incredibly strong as Sochan switched onto him. Stephon Castle recovers to the corner on Josh Gosse. Fantastic defense, but it's a foul because it's Tony Brothers, and you're not allowed to touch anyone, even breathe on them if he's around, apparently. Stephon Castle with some great defense, but it doesn't matter. Josh Okogie's going to the line, shooting 2 shots. 4 minutes, 31 seconds here left in the first half. The San Antonio Spurs are down 8, but we got to get ourselves amped up. We got to get ourselves positive here. Let's bring the intensity here as Josh Okogie's at the line. Ball don't lie, right? The ball does lie, at least on the first free throw. Maybe it won't lie on the second free throw. Josh Gosse hits the first to make the score 46-37 as Victor Wembanyama is coming right back in. The prime insights, the Spurs defensive rating with Wemby on the floor, 100.2 this season. Off the floor, 121.6. Even if Wemby's not getting going on offense, his defensive impact makes them one of the best defensive teams in the world. Josh Gosse looking for the second free throw. It's good. The Houston Rockets take a 10-point lead in the second quarter. Not a ton of time. Whoa, what's going on with the... Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie. There you go, 4:23. Champagny, corner 3. It does not go. I had to fix my time. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, the San Antonio Spurs are going to be back on defense, but you know what? Let's lock in the defense. Defense, baby. We need those defense chants. We need you guys getting hyped in the chat for the defense. We'll hit 50 wins, no doubt. That's the kind of positivity I'm talking about, Rick. Football Nation at Spurs Digest. Do you have an inbox, bro? How can I ping you? Email me, Josh Gosse, my name, at digestmedia.ca, or just DM the Spurs Digest Twitter as Kevin Durant comes up short on the mid-range jump shot. Your best bet's probably to DM the Spurs Digest Twitter at Spurs Digest. You'll find it there. You'll know it's our page because it's the same logo and it links back to the YouTube page. Wemby is short on the 3. Kevin Durant gets the rebound. Or again, email me, digestmedia.ca, whatever you want to do. Josh Gosse at digestmedia.ca. Amen Thompson losing the ball, but it goes out to Jabari Smith Jr. It's Stephon Castle guarding Kevin Durant here. And whoa, a bit of a glitch in the broadcast. Stephon Castle is guarding Durant. It's into Jabari Smith Jr. at the elbow. Pull-up jump shot over Harrison Barnes. It's short, but it's another foul. And it's Harrison Barnes this time picking up the foul. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. I'm going to get rid of the defensive chant. This is not going well. It's not going well, but look, I'm still positive. 3:35. Defense, that's right, Spurs. And this is, again, not the ideal start to the game. But it's okay, because we know how quick things can turn in the NBA. A 10-point lead, 11-point lead is nothing, like in the grand scheme of things. A couple of threes and you're back into it, because the Spurs have improved from 3 so far. The Spurs are now 7 for 20. It's better than they were. They were 33%. Decision, should I subscribe? Look, Ralph, if you want the Spurs to win, and if you want daily Spurs content, sometimes 2, 3, today is going to be 4 times a day, 2 videos today, plus this live watch along, plus a video after. If that's something that you would like about your San Antonio Spurs, I think you have to subscribe. Look, Ralph, they missed the free throw when you asked if you should subscribe, because they missed the free throw and the Spurs are coming down the other way. You should all subscribe. You should see that subscriber counter. We'd love to hit 11,000. That would be amazing. We got 150 more, though. That's maybe a lofty goal as Harrison Barnes gets the step. A little floater in the lane, and it goes around the horn and in. Harrison Barnes is off to a great start for the Spurs this game. He's played some great defense. He's 3 for 4 from 3, and he just knocked down a nice little shot in the lane. 11 points, 2 rebounds for Harrison Barnes, as it's Alperen Sengun dribbling at the top. His game is slow. Durant is double-teamed quickly by Castle and Vassell. Durant looking for the shot. He kicks it back out to the corner. Tari Eason short on the 3. Wemby with a bit of the cornet contest, and as Sengun called for the off-ball foul on Harrison Barnes with 2 minutes, 58 seconds left. Joke's on you, I'm already subscribed. Well, Ralph, I think it's because you're subscribed that the Spurs have just gained a little bit of momentum. Thank you to Ralph. Thank you so much to Ralph. Thank you to all of you Thank you to all of you here in the chat. We got 44 likes. We'd love to see that hit 50. 6 more likes and we'd be at 50 likes. I would love to see that. Thank you so much. Me too for a long time. Hashtag brotherhood. That's what we're about here at Spurs Digest. All right, Stephon Castle over to Wemby, who has had a rough start to the game. He's got Steven Adams on him. He dribbles and there's a blocking foul on Steven Adams. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I'm not loving the foul calls this game. I mean, both on the Rockets and on the Spurs. Adams is confused. And there's going to be a timeout here, so we're going to get a bit of a break. The Spurs are giving their 50-50 raffle. You can actually buy that ticket online if you're in Texas and you want to win that Spurs 50-50 raffle. But look, we're almost done the first half. We need some rally. I need you guys to rally. I need you guys just to summon the power. For all our channel members, I need you to send the Wemby alien emoji. We need him to get back into this game. We need the equivalent of rally towels. You know what I want you guys to do in the chat, all of you? I want to send some silver. There's no silver? Is there any black? Yeah, some black hearts and white hearts. Whoops, this is what we need. We need black hearts and white hearts. Send these in chat. We need to rally the Spurs. I want to see black hearts and white hearts in the chat. We need to rally our boys. Get them ready to go. Let's change the music. Let's get intense here. Let's get positive. Here we go. Changing that music up. I would like for Fox to play today, but what happened is a back-to-back, so I get it. Absolutely. Remember, they picked He Who Shall Not Be Named over Sengun. I'm not saying his name. He doesn't deserve me to say his name. One of the worst lottery picks in NBA history. Insane. Rockets will win today's match. You're wrong, RA, but thank you for being here. And look, we appreciate all the opinions of Spurs fans or Rocket fans, but everyone is welcome here. We love to see people talking back and forth in the chat. I want you guys to go at each other. I want people to argue about who's going to win. I want everybody to be talking about what's going on in this game. There we go. We got the emojis, the moons, the aliens. We got the Wemby alien from Spurs, and that's what we need. We need the chat to get active. We need you guys to pump it up. Don't forget, by the way, to share this with your friends, family, anyone that's interested in watching the Spurs. Maybe you don't have Prime Video, you can't watch the game. Guess what? You're here watching it with me. You're here watching the Spurs Digest. You're going to get a video after the game. This is the best spot to be. Unbelievable. This is a great first half of basketball so far, not for the Spurs, but for any basketball fan, because it's an intense game. It's a 9-point game. The Spurs have gained some momentum. They're coming back here now after Wemby drew the foul on Steven Adams, but it was questionable, though we're still here as the fan wins $400 in the Beach Ball Mania game at the Frostbank Center. Credit to them, but still here on commercial break. We're not back yet. I got my lucky gray boxers on, says Ralph. What color are mine? I don't want to say what color mine are, because it'll feel like I'm cheering for the Rockets. But also, you know, I got my lucky Dylan Harper hoodie. This is my boy right here, my Dylan Harper hoodie. Football Nation, are you the creator of Digest Media, or are you part of a bigger machine? Just curious. So, I am one of the owners. We have 3 owners, but I am one of the owners. I'm not the creator, but I'm one of the founding members. I am Chief Strategy Officer at Digest Media. But anyway, we'll maybe save that for a DM if you want to DM me on Twitter, like I said, or even an email. Oh, you did email me. Hey Mario, I'm gonna check that stuff out, and yeah, I'll check that email out after the stream. But thank you so much. I am not the creator, but I am one of the creators, and I am also a host on various other channels. Any of you guys like hockey? I host some hockey channels. Habs Digest is at almost 25,000 subscribers. So look, my other YouTube channel is at 23,500 subscribers. I think you guys want Spurs Digest to pass it. I mean, look, I love doing Spurs. I love doing my other stuff, but hey, we got to get these subscribe numbers up, because a lot of you guys here still, like 60% in every single video, are not subscribed. And we got this content coming all season long, baby. This is your home for it. But thank you, Mario. I'll get back to you at some point later. But I did get your email, so you typed it right. Thank you so much for reaching out. Harrison Barnes. Oh, we got the Rockets fans in the chat. Oh boy, I love this, seeing Spurs and Rockets fans going at each other as Barnes inbounds the ball. Stephon Castle over to Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama driving in and is out to Devin Vassell. It doesn't quite work. Harrison Barnes, deep three. Doesn't go. It's off to the left as Amen Thompson comes down with the rebound. Amen Thompson is pushing it up the floor. Thompson just kind of taking his time over to Alperen Sengun, who is now getting guarded by Stephon Castle. An interesting defensive choice. Sengun immediately goes into a post back down up at the three-point line. A little off-ball cut from Thompson. Wemby swats it out of bounds, but there's going to be a foul call, I believe, on Keldon Johnson. So that's it. It's going to be Amen Thompson heading to the line. Let's go Stars, says Jay Stacks. Look, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, but hey, I don't mind the Dallas Stars. Though, your Dallas Stars did just get clapped by the Anaheim Ducks, baby. I do quite like the Ducks as well. I made a video on the Ducks just today on our other account, Hattrick HQ. But anyway, that is what it is. Let's go Spurs. We are going to have a great year. I'm a Rockets fan, says RA. Look, I understand you're a Rockets fan, and I'm very happy you're here. But you got to know this is a Spurs chat. So as much as I really do appreciate seeing you here, we're coming for you. we're coming for you. Amen Thompson at the line with 2 minutes, 24 seconds left here to go. Oh, you know what? It's all right. It's 49-39 for the Houston Rockets, and the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama is at a -19 right now, but the Spurs are just not shooting well. They're shooting 37% from the field to the Rockets 44%. Amen Thompson makes the second free throw. It looked like it might be off, but that's 50. But you know what? Here's the thing. The Spurs are not scoring a lot, but for a Rockets team that's averaging like 120-something points per game, to hold them to 50 with just 2 minutes left in the second quarter is pretty darn good. The Rockets are shading a double team there. Wemby, little inside pass to Castle doesn't work out, as Kevin Johnson is going to fire the contested three. It doesn't go. Vassell tries to tip it back in. It doesn't quite go, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Sengun is calling for a replay because he is incredibly emotive about absolutely everything that's going on. Alperen Sengun up just saying, oh my God, let's go. Oh, chill out, buddy. It's all right. It's not that serious. The Spurs are inbound on the ball as Victor Wembanyama pulling up at Steven Adams' eyes, and there it goes. Victor Wembanyama, baby. That's what we want to see. That is absolutely what we want to see from Victor Wembanyama. If he's got his legs under him, he's hitting those jumpers. That's going to be the difference with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go. Let's actually do this. 1 minute and 45. Entry pass into Sengun. Looks for the pass to Steven Adams, but it was ill-advised as Kevin Johnson gets it, but it's going to be Houston Rockets basketball. So never mind. It looked great, but nice little play there. Wemby. That's a nice little contested shot over Steven Adams for the mid-range shot, and that's good. That bodes well for Victor's confidence. He's now up to 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. The Rockets inbound on the baseline. It's Kevin Durant getting guarded by Harrison Barnes, who's played some great defense so far. Durant trying to back him down. Wemby's shading for the double. Amen Thompson in the paint, kicking out. Steal by Devin Vassell. He gets a lot of those. Amen Thompson is scary. Oh, but it's Stephon Castle there with he did have a putback, but it's not going to count because they're going to say that Amen Thompson actually fouled Devin Vassell on the initial attempt. Every time I see Amen Thompson sprinting after someone, I'm freaked out. That dude is a freak. He swiped down. He did hit Vassell at least on the leg. Vassell did miss the layup. Castle did have the putback jam, which is kind of cool. He just jumped straight from being static. But Vassell is shooting 1 for 6 today. It's not been his best night, but he can make up for it here by knocking down a couple free throws. And he made a free throw earlier on a defensive 3-second violation, so we're hoping that he can get us back here into the game. A 7-point lead. He knocks down the first one. The San Antonio Spurs are now only down by 8 as we're seeing Dirk Nowitzki shoot some jumpers here. Not in the game, of course, though that would be cool. It's Dirk Nowitzki, Blake Griffin, this prime broadcast. They seem to be having a ton of fun. Steve Nash just shooting the ball. So these guys don't miss. It's so cool to see that. Oh, I love that. Devin Vassell at the NBA Cup logo here at the free throw line, trying to close out the first half on a positive note. The 5-2 Rockets versus 5-2 Spurs. Spurs on a 2-game losing streak. Rockets on a 5-game winning streak. Devin Vassell knocks down the second free throw. And with 1 minute 25 left in the first quarter, the Rockets are coming down, but the Spurs have a chance to clamp. Let's go defense, baby. Let's get the defense chant going. Here we go, defense. Defense, we got Sengun, and oh, yes, sir, it's a turnover. Sengun shoots the 3, but Wemby is not letting him have that after the whistle. Wemby's not going to let Sengun see a 3 go down. Durant is not very happy about the call, but it is what it is. The Spurs are going to get the ball with 1 minute and 18 seconds left, baby. They're going to call Durant here for an offensive foul for wrapping up the arm and pushing. I was complaining about some flops on the Rockets' end, but, I don't know if that's really a flop, but Harrison Barnes definitely sold it. The Rockets have been doing that all game. The Spurs do it this time. It's what the refs are calling, and that's what's going to go down. That's all right. Stephon Castle is dribbling the ball. Cover the Rockets, please. Steven, we have a Rockets Digest. One of our top hosts, Jace Andrews, is over there along with Donovan Recondo. We have a Rockets Digest. Go check it out. Jace is amazing. You guys will love the stuff over there. Jace and Donovan do a great job as Stephon Castle gets the finish in traffic to cut this down to a 5-point lead with just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Castle, what a great little finish there from him as he is now up to 5 points on the night. Amen Thompson, they kind of daring him to shoot. Thompson, bad decision. The ball goes out of bounds. The San Antonio Spurs are coming the other way, baby. Leave a like for the San Antonio Spurs. Like spike time. We're 2 likes away from 50. Leave a like for Stephon Castle's incredible finish in traffic and for the Spurs gaining some momentum back here with just 50 seconds-ish left in the first half. 48.2 actually. 48.2 seconds. The San Antonio Spurs are looking to cut this deficit. I was going to say in half, but even more. 2025 Spurs greater than 2025 Rockets. We're about to see that come true, Football Nation. I'll just call you Football Nation. I won't call you by your first name because maybe you don't have that there for a reason. But Wemby setting the screen for Stephon Castle coming downhill. Whoa! Little advised pass, but it doesn't matter for Wemby. It was Reed Shepherd on him. Pull up, little jump shot from the elbow. Doesn't quite go. Steven Adams pushes Stephon Castle, but there's no call. Harrison Barnes recoups the ball. Devin Vassell firing for 3. Bang! Devin Vassell cuts the lead down to 2 for the San Antonio Spurs with just a little bit of time left here in the first half. With 24 seconds left to go in this first half, the San Antonio Spurs are only down to the Houston Rockets. Alperen Sengun posting up from the three-point line. Wemby sends the double. Sengun kicks out to Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith pushing away on Devin Vassell. Great defense. Tari Eason for 3. It's contested. It's not going to go. Keldon Johnson comes down with the board with 6 seconds left. He can't save the ball, but with 5.2 remaining, the Spurs are only down by 2 points. What a way to end this half. Leave some love in the chat. Leave some W's for our Spurs, baby. This first half is ending on a high note. Devin Vassell, who was 1 for 6 from the field before hitting that big 3. Oh, unbelievable. Stephon Castle with the turnover. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Getting closed in. Oh, and it's an and one. Jabari Smith Jr. gets the foul. Stephon Castle in transition. Nails the and one. He ties the game with 1 second remaining in the first half. What a comeback from the San Antonio Spurs already. From down 12 in just this second quarter. All the way back to tie the game up at 50. Stephon Castle with the steal. Great play in transition for the and one. He's finishing like a beast at the basket. This is an unbelievable conclusion here to this first half. Stephon Castle, can you hit this to give the Spurs the lead? Yes, you can. The San Antonio Spurs take the lead 51-50. The ball is inbounded and blocked. Stephon Castle blocks Alperen Sengun's full court attempt. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is halftime. It is halftime for your San Antonio Spurs. And the Spurs take the lead. Leave some love in chat. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to add a poll here in chat. What an end to the first half. Who's winning? Spurs or Rockets? I want to see those votes in the chat. Leave some love for our boys here as we head into halftime. The Spurs, thank you for hitting 10,860 subs. You are the real MVP. Oh, halftime. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I know you guys are excited too. This is such an unbelievable turnaround. This game went from out of hand, not working, to all the way back. Now Wemby is no longer a team worst plus minus. That now goes to Kelly Olynyk. But Wemby a -7. Not his best game again. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists at half. But it's Harrison Barnes with his 11 points. Stephon freaking Castle, man. Stephon Castle with 8 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block with only 2 turnovers, which is not bad for Stephon Castle. What was the Spurs run? I'm not really sure what the Spurs run was because I think it was, what was it, 47 to, it was at least 47 to 37? I'm going to have to check here. Let's take a look. I'm sure someone on Twitter will have that run. Let's check. What an unbelievable run. And one. Wemby at halftime, yeah, he is looking human, but my goodness, the Spurs on an insane run to end that quarter. Steph Castle, Devin Vassell. That 3 by Devin Vassell was absolutely massive as well. So I am really excited by what the Spurs just pulled off. Like, again, this game felt like it was tough. I'm trying to look at the scores here. It was 48 to 37 for the Houston Rockets. So a 14 to 2 run. It might have even been bigger, but 14 to 2 run to end the half. Like, that is exactly what you need, right? The alien is struggling to adjust, but not too worried. I agree with you, Ralph. Like, it's all right. Like, he's working. He's working every single day, and that's all we can ask for, right? What an unbelievable first half for this game. I am so thrilled right now with what I'm seeing from the Spurs. 51 to 50. So, well, don't tell RD, but you're much better. RD? Maybe I missed something there. But this is incredible. This is good, and not just for the Spurs comeback. I want to talk about, again, I mentioned earlier, actually I don't know if I still have the stats here from that, but the Houston Rockets are one of the highest scoring teams in the NBA, right? They're a team that has really been high octane. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and even though the Spurs have not been able to really score, and we knew, I'm gonna hold the mic here, I'm gonna talk a little bit lower because give the voice a little bit of a rest. Look, I'm no Jacob Toby, you know, I'm not Jacob Toby, I'm not Bill Self. I can't, my voice is not used to doing this all the time. Research and development. How, why not? I do a lot of that myself. I am still in school as well, by the way. I do a lot of things. I'm a mystery man. But the Houston Rockets, like, to hold this team, just like what we did with the Miami Heat, these teams that have such high octane offenses are pushing the ball every chance they get, are forcing a lot of turnovers. Their defenses are intense. They play fast games, and the Houston Rockets score a ton of points. And to hold a team like that to just 50 points in the first half, and again, to hold their stars to really bad shooting, like, to me, that's incredibly impressive. Like, if we take a look at the box score here, Kevin Durant has 9 points, but it's on 3 for 9 shooting. Alperen Sengun has 6 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds on 3 for 8 shooting. So, like, you know, it's tough. I accidentally clicked Rockets on the poll. Helix, it's all right. You can actually change your vote. I'm pretty sure there's no downside to voting one. I'm pretty sure you can just click Spurs and it'll change. You're allowed to change your mind. Thank you so much for being here. But sometimes I still scream Ginobili when we score. I do too, in my head mostly. I haven't done it on this stream just because I think I'm so attached to these guys and I'm so used to saying their names. But yeah, I want to just reiterate again. The Spurs defense is what's keeping us in this game. Can I get some love in the chat? I want to see a big J from everyone that agrees with me. Just send the letter J in the chat for everyone that agrees that Jeremy Sochan's defense has been unbelievable. Like, he still is rusty on the offensive end. That 3 does not look as smooth as it did in those practice videos. He's still struggling to handle the ball just a little bit, but he's reading the game well. He's seeing little passes on the offensive end. Just a matter of finishing, right? But on defense, those instincts never die. He's played some fantastic defensive possessions, and it's what's really kept the Spurs in this game. So I want to see you type a J if you agree that Jeremy Sochan's game has been very, very impressive. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm seeing it. You guys all agree with me, and that's the beauty of having the depth finally come back for the Spurs. With Dylan Harper going out and De'Aaron Fox only returning tomorrow night, having Jeremy Sochan back is massive, massive for our boys, because he is helping force the Rockets to not make some shots. Like, the Rockets now only shooting 43% from the field. The Spurs are up to 40% from the field at the end of that quarter. But again, the big difference in this game, I mean, I would say it's the turnovers, but the Rockets really started to get a lot of turnovers late. There were Amen Thompson and Kevin Durant each with 3. Look at the J's in the chat. Bobby Johnson. Okay. Bobby, chill for a second. Because I don't want to mute you for spam, but I really appreciate the intensity that you're showing for Jeremy Sochan. The YouTube bot might actually get you as well. So just a heads up, it might not even be me, but I love the J's I'm seeing in chat. Sochan the Destroyer, says Adam Fleming. I agree. Jeremy Sochan has been a destroyer of worlds so far. Jeremy, again, only, 0 for 4 from the field. The offense has not been there. Like let's be honest here. Bro is 0 for 2 from 3. He's 0 for 4 from the field. But, and also 2 turnovers. Okay, this is not Jeremy Sochan's best game, but the defense, oh, Rockets Digest, joke's on you. Well, I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, Jason Donovan, they do a couple other channels as well. We got channels for every, look, not every team, but our goal is to eventually have a channel for every single team. So if you guys name a team that you're interested in that's not the Spurs, I can tell you if we have a channel for it, and I can tell you who hosts it, and I can tell you exactly where to go to get your latest news every single day. So thank you for being here, but we're looking at the panel right now at halftime. Halftime of the Spurs versus Rockets NBA Cup game, a crucial game for the Spurs. 51-50 for the San Antonio Spurs. You know what I would love to see? I'd love to see that subscriber number hit 10,870. I'd love to get another 10 subscribers, because it's just another 10 people that's going to share in this chat with you guys the next time we have a game. Just enthusiasm. No, I get you, Bobby. There's no downside at all. I feel you. I felt that energy. I was just letting you know that YouTube sometimes wants to mute people if they send too many messages, and I don't want you to get muted. I want to keep your energy around, so I'm just giving you a heads up, trying to keep you safe. But yeah, this is awesome so far. I heard De'Aaron Fox is coming back tomorrow. Either that's you typed that intentionally as a joke, or that was text to speech. I'm not sure, Juan, but you know what? I love that De'Aaron Fox is coming back. Absolutely. And there's the end of that poll, and yeah. A lot of people think the Spurs are going to win this game. So right now at halftime, again, 51-50 for the San Antonio Spurs. What is your guys' key to the second half? Let me know what your key to the second half is in the chat right now. What is it that you think the Spurs need to do to really solidify their chance to win this game? And we're going to change the music a little bit as well, get some positive vibes. Because for me, is there a channel for the Shanghai Sharks? No, not yet. Unfortunately, we don't have any coverage in China. But you know what? They got some good talent. Imagine English Cup. Just give me an idea. I don't know if there's going to be much of a market for that, but that'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? But yeah, it is what it is. Free throws, says Hooked Echo. Free throws is definitely not a bad thing, though. I will say the free throws feel worse than they are. The San Antonio Spurs are 7 for 9 tonight. There was one. Castle's had 5 free throws. Vassell's had 4. They're the only 2 guys that have had any free throws. Actually, you know what? If I just take your free throw advice and I just apply it to the whole team,
say get some more free throws. Let's get going downhill a bit more. There's no reason for Victor Wembanyama to have 0 free throws. This dude is a machine for 10 plus free throws a night if he's getting into the paint, but he's not been lately. The Houston Rockets are 7 for 8 from the line. The Spurs are 7 for 9 from the line. To me, the big difference maker for the San Antonio Spurs in the second half is if you can keep the turnovers down, this game is yours. Because the defense has been really good on the Rockets' star players. Alperen Sengun has not got it going. He's been a great passer. He scored a couple times on Wemby, but he just hasn't really got it going from the field. Kevin Durant, same thing. Harrison Barnes and Jeremy Sochan, and even Stephon Castle a little bit. Even Champagnie had a good possession defending him. If they're not hitting their shots, which they might in the second half, look, actually, if they are hitting their shots, you can't afford to have turnovers. Because those easy buckets from Houston were the difference in this game, right? The turnovers for a while were the big difference in this game. And as the Rockets began to get more turnovers as we ended the first half, the San Antonio Spurs then used that to claw back into this game and take the lead before halftime. Because we were talking, the turnovers were like 8-4. The Spurs had like 8, the Rockets had 4. But actually, to end the first half, it was the Rockets that ended up with more turnovers than the Spurs. The Rockets with 10 turnovers, the Spurs with only 9. And getting some steals at the end there. Stephon Castle with the steal, Devin Vassell with the steal, leading directly to points, is exactly what helped the Rockets get a head start earlier in the game. So anyway, that is what it is. But I want to just join the stream. Is Wemby doing good this game? Unfortunately, not Nookse. But you know what? That just means he's in for a big second half. He's been really overshadowed by Alperen Sengun and a lot of the rest of the team, but it's all right. I want to give you guys a bit of an update from around the NBA, just in case you guys were interested. You know what? I don't do this very often, but I think this is a bit of fun. We're going to do a little around the NBA update because you guys are here sharing in this game with me, and I really, really appreciate you being here because this is a ton of fun. We got 72 of you guys in here. We'd love to get 10 more subscribers. Like I said, I'd love to see that number of subscribers go up to 10,865. We're going to have a look around the league. There is a lot of games going on right now. Holy crap. Okay. Is this going to, oh my gosh, how many games are going on tonight? I'm taking a screenshot of every score and I was going to show you guys, but geez, I might not have time to go through all of these. Oh my goodness, the Jazz are getting friggin' clobbered. Okay, and those games are not on yet. So, let's do something different here. Why don't we do something a little bit different here? And we're gonna rock here with all of these scores. We're gonna drag them in, and we're gonna move them all. Okay, actually, we're gonna have them up here. So, we're gonna do a little tour around the NBA right now because you know what? You're watching the Spurs game, but it's always good to be kept informed on what's going on around the rest of the NBA. So, no, that's the Lorax credit score. That's not it. We're gonna start here. Right now, end of the third quarter, the Magic are beating the Celtics, but only by 4 points. Both teams off to starts that they don't like this season. Of course, the Celtics without Jason Tatum. It's been a tough start. Jaylen Brown's been doing his thing, but he's been rubbing his hairline off on a few people, and it's not been rubbing a lot of people the right way. So this will be an interesting finish. If you want to check out some highlights after the Spurs Rockets game, this game looks like it might be pretty close. And let's move on to the next one. Cavaliers Wizards, not much to say there. The Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the best teams in the league. They had an incredible record last year. They have the defensive player of the year in Evan Mobley, though he's not going to get it again because it's going to be Wemby this year. And I think they're just such a great team. Darius Garland's incredible. The Wizards are just not what they used to be. No surprise there. The Cavs should take this game handily. The Raptors and Hawks is close at half. Similar game to Spurs versus Rockets. But it's actually the Hawks who have the lead. A 9-point lead on the Raptors. And the Raptors are not a bad team, but they're just mid, right? Like, RJ Barrett is solid. Brandon Ingram is decent, but right now those guys are going to have to show up. If the Raptors want to win this game, come back against the Hawks. And look, the Hawks have been in some interesting trade talks. They've been around the Ja Morant sweepstakes, which is really interesting. But we're going to move on over to Pistons versus Nets, and this is an interesting one because Cam Thomas, look, we saw Cam Thomas. I did the watch along for that game. Cam Thomas was a killer, scored 40 points against the Spurs. The Spurs did win that game, but he's out for a few weeks. And a Cam Thomas-less Nets team is what even is that team? And they're close with the Pistons at half, 60-55. They're holding their own. The Detroit Pistons are a great team. They're looking to be a solid playoff team this year. So that is a game to keep an eye on because Pistons Nets should not be that close. I'm excited to see how that one finishes. Hornets and Heat. We know the Miami Heat. 6 minutes left. Oh my gosh. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And the Miami Heat are up 64-47. It's actually now 64-49. But this is what we're saying. When we played the Heat, the Miami Heat are such a high octane. I've said that like 10 times today. fast-paced team. They love to score the basketball, and they're showing it right here. So the Miami Heat, Charlotte Hornets, very fast-paced game if you want some fast-paced action. Right now, the Grizzlies and Mavericks. The Mavericks, boy, I mean, look, I don't mean to crap on the Mavericks. This is like a crap on the rest of Texas stream, but the Dallas Mavericks have been off to, I don't know, the worst start imaginable, really. It's really not going the way that they wanted it to go at all. And it's unfortunate, right? Well, is it really unfortunate? They traded Luka Doncic, who is thriving in Los Angeles, to try and capitalize on Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, and Davis got hurt, and Irving, man, like, it's just, there's some huge question marks around Dallas. Cooper Flag is fine, but he has to shoulder too much of a load for being the youngest player in the NBA. They're down big to the Grizzlies in the second quarter. Not looking good for the Dallas Mavericks. And final game, Bulls-Bucks. This is a close one. Coming close to halftime, 6 point deficit there for the Chicago Bulls, who currently sit atop the Eastern Conference. And the Bulls did win their first NBA Cup game by a 10-point margin. And they're looking to go to 2-0 in the NBA Cup by beating the Milwaukee Bucks. So there's your round the NBA update. I've never done anything like that before. But I can't lie. I kind of like that. I kind of enjoyed it. But we're trying to burn the time back to when the San Antonio Spurs come back from halftime, and we're seeing the lights, we're seeing the players. About to start the third quarter as we see Ian Eagle and Stan Van Gundy on the sidelines. Two of the best guys out in the business. Ian Eagle and Stan Van, love it. But right now they're highlighting the Houston Rockets. We're seeing Reed Sheppard running some plays there, and Clint Capella getting that old board was tough. But Reed Sheppard has had a really solid game. And look, I know it's easy to throw some shade at Reed Sheppard, but the dude's 4 for 6 with 10 points against the Spurs so far. He even has a steal, and it was a nice little steal on Jeremy Sochan. He's been hot so far, but is what it is. Let's take a look at the chat here. Can Wemby skate? I think he'd be great on the Canucks. I told you, if you guys like hockey, we got some other channels there too. Thank you for being here, Mark. That was probably a while ago that you sent that. I doubt you're still here, but cheers to you, Canucks Digest. Cheers to you. As the third quarter is underway here, we got some positive vibes. We got the time back quarter. We got quarter 3. And here we go. It's 51-50 for the San Antonio Spurs as Kevin Durant's taking a dribble at Wemby, kicks it back out to Alperen Sengun, swings it over to the wing, Josh Gosse. As I drop my microphone, doesn't matter. It's seamless. I don't make any mistakes. Alperen Sengun going straight at Wemby again. Wemby jumps. He misses. Okay, there we go. Sengun misses. Wemby comes down with the rebound, though. Sengun's getting into the paint with ease when Victor Wembanyama is guarding him. We got Harrison Barnes coming down here. Stephon Castle. Oh, he looked at the 3. Wemby was holding back Josh Okogie, but no, he's not going to do it. They're going to enter to Wemby in the high post here, above the elbow. Wemby going straight at Sengun, but he turns the ball over again on an ill-advised pass. It's Amen Thompson over to Jabari Smith, who takes the easy layup, and the Houston Rockets are out to a quick early lead here in the second half, 52-51. Devin Vassell takes it back down quick, though, as the Spurs are playing some catch-up here. Devin Vassell, getting guarded by Josh Okogie, enters the ball into Victor Wembanyama here at the free throw line extended, I should say. Julian Champagnie takes the contested 3, and it's good. Julian Champagnie off to a hot start in the second half. If we can get some... Nope. That's not what I meant to write. I meant to write that for the San Antonio Spurs. 54. Thank you. Julian Champagnie. Again, if the Spurs can continue to hit the 3 ball, I think we'll be in really, really, really good shape. Juan saying, big fan. Thanks, Josh. Thank you, Juan. Really, really appreciate you. Julian Champagnie coming in for the steal. They're finally doubling Sengun because he's only looking to shoulder Wemby. Devin Vassell, they're running 3 in transition. Bang! Let's go! I'm yelling into the microphone. It's a big 3 for Devin Vassell. He hit one at the end of the second quarter. He hit one here in the third quarter. The Spurs are on fire. Leave a like for Devin Vassell. If you want more Vassell 3s, leave a like. Vassell contests Amen Thompson. It's a miss. The Spurs are out in transition again. Stephon Castle taking his time, but he's pushing. He's making Sengun make a decision, going straight at Amen Thompson, straight into the paint. Kicks it back out to Harrison Barnes. Swings it back over to Wemby, over to Devin Vassell. Pick and roll action. No, is Wemby going to, slip the screen? Wemby loves to slip the screen. He does slip the screen. Vassell hits it inside to Wemby, who stuffs it in the face of Kevin Durant. A ferocious jam by Victor Wembanyama, as Ian Eagle would say. That's a man's jam. Wemby off to a hot start here in the second half. 59-52 for your San Antonio Spurs with 9 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the third quarter, in the first part here of the second half. Is Sengun at the top. Harrison Barnes has done a good job on Kevin Durant all game, but Kevin Durant nails that in his eyes, and that's just what's going to happen. When you're guarding Kevin Durant, you can't always stop everything that he sends at you. With 9 minutes and 30 seconds left, the Spurs are looking to hold on to this 5-point lead, and it's back to Harrison Barnes. Down into Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama swings it over to Julian Champagnie. Looked at the three, didn't want it. Sengun's on him. Harrison Barnes switch. You got Sengun on Harrison Barnes again. Barnes pulls back from the logo. Mr. 100% Harrison Barnes bangs the three. He's 4 for 5 from 3 right now. 62-54 for the San Antonio Spurs. The pass is intercepted by Julian Champagnie, who throws it right back to the Houston Rockets, which is rather unfortunate, but no, it's saved back into Victor Wembanyama. Champagnie, transition 3, and he airballs it. That would have been so cool, though. Julian Champagnie. Why? Why did it have to be an airball? After all of that, the hype is just building, and Julian just friggin' airballs it. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. The Houston Rockets are coming back down with just under 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Victor Wembanyama is guarding Kevin Durant. Durant with the man's jam as well. Right back. He saw Wemby do it. Durant's like, I can do that too, baby. I am a former MVP for a reason. And finals MVP. One of the GOATs of this sport. One of, not the GOAT. Stephon Castle with a little spin jumper on Amen Thompson doesn't go, but Alperen Sengun is called for the off-ball foul on the rebound, the loose ball foul on Julian Champagnie. A bit lucky, Sengun's not happy, but Kevin Durant drives past Wemby, flushes it home. Durant's up to 11 points now, but he has 4 turnovers and 3 fouls, and Sengun, how many fouls does Sengun have? He only has 2 fouls. That was a nice dunk by Kevin Durant, but Harrison Barnes is leading the Spurs in scoring, 4 for 6 from the field, 5 for 7. 4 for 6 from 3, 5 for 7 from the field. With 8 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the quarter, it's the Spurs inbounding the ball. And it's Stephon Castle at the top. Down to Champagnie. Finishes. No, he can't finish this. Sengun. Alperen Sengun picks up his 3rd foul. Oh boy, that is not good news for the Houston Rockets. Sengun keeps getting called for the foul. 62-56 with 8 minutes and 25 seconds left here. Oh man. This is a great start to the second half. This is exactly what the Spurs needed, and we need some hype here for these free throws. The free throws is where the Spurs have left games before. It's where we can capitalize in this one. As Julian Champagnie, I trust him at the line more than a lot of people, and there's a good reason for that, as he knocks down the first free throw. 63-56 for the Spurs. Here we go. Julian Champagnie. Oh, it's actually Sengun's 4th foul. I miscounted. That's 4 fouls on Sengun. I was reading the turnover number. That's my bad. It's 4 fouls. Champagnie knocks down the second free throw, and it's now an 8-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. And the Rockets are going to inbound the ball. The Spurs are pressing. Harrison Barnes is picking up Kevin Durant full court. I love this. Barnes is at Kevin Durant at the logo, and now it's a switch, but no, it's not. Oh, come on. They call the foul on Barnes. Ticky-tack stuff, but you can tell Harrison Barnes is getting under Kevin Durant's skin, and it's either going to not work out well for the Spurs because Durant's going to get pissed off, or that's going to be incredible. Some Spurs Digest ASMR for you. Let me know if I should start another channel. I don't do stuff like this. We had to calm the nerves a little bit. Kevin Durant's at the free throw line, and I expect him to hit both because that's just what he does. And he does make the first one. So Kevin Durant does make the first free throw, as I gotta recover from my, I don't know what that was. Was that even me? I'm gonna go to the chat for a little bit. Spurs sometimes come to life. It's keeping the pressure and causing the turnovers. Absolutely, it's exactly what it is. Spurs can't afford a turnover like I can't afford another app such as Prime. Oh, I feel you. You know what sucks even more? When you have Prime, like myself, and you can't watch the game because you try to stream as well. I need a second computer to watch the game. Victor Wembanyama takes the ball. It's deflected by Amen Thompson as he tries to fire it back to Steph Castle. Steph Castle recoups in the backcourt with only 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stephon Castle back re-entry to Wembanyama. He's got Thompson on him, and he's just going up and over, but he misses. And what is the call? Is there a foul? I mean, Wemby's been missing those, but that's okay. That's okay. Wemby's going to the free throw line. It's all right. It's all right. Best Spurs channel on YouTube. Thanks for making these videos and doing your live streams. Well, thank you so much, Nooks. I really appreciate you. And again, we love the fans here. Dear Josh, appreciate you. Rick in San Antonio. Shout out to the 210. Shout out to everyone down in San Antonio. I'm not there, unfortunately, but I wish I was. A lot of the time, I wish I could go see our Spurs in person as Victor Wembanyama nails the first free throw to make it 65-58, a 7-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs with 7:57 remaining. Again, not going to do these for every game, but I love to do it every now and then. A Prime game, a game I thought I'd be able to watch on my subscription, but I couldn't. Victor Wembanyama going up for the second free throw, and it's good. The San Antonio Spurs take a nice 8-point lead.
66-58 for the San Antonio Spurs with 7 minutes and 50 seconds-ish left in the quarter. They're really going at Kevin Durant hard. The Spurs and Mitch Johnson must have made some defensive adjustments at halftime because the way they're guarding Durant is intense. Harrison Barnes is all over him. Amen Thompson gets going downhill. The Wemby swats him. He swats him, and Wemby gives it up to Champagnie, who didn't see the pass coming, but Champagnie gets the step, going to the rack. Oh, and he is swatted right back, but Jabari Smith Jr. thankfully stepped out of bounds as he was saving the ball. Champagnie did get swatted on the layup, but that is all right. We're going to see a beautiful replay here. Thompson trying to drive through Stephon Castle. That is not going to work. The beautiful pin block by Victor Wembanyama. There's your block. There's that streak, baby. Victor Wembanyama, what a play. With 7 minutes 33 seconds left, it's Wemby getting guarded by Josh Gosse. The spin, mid-range, turnaround jumper is good. The Kawhi Leonard bounce. I thought that was left short, but it doesn't matter. Victor Wembanyama is on one so far to start this quarter. His jumper is fallen, and that is bad news. Bad news for the Houston Rockets. And it's Tari Eason down for three. Tari Eason bangs the three very quickly, silencing the Spurs faithful in San Antonio. But that's all right. GSG, says Magan. GSG, go Spurs, go. That's right. Pop champagne. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's Stephon Castle out to Champagne. I think that's why you sent it. That's exactly why. You're a little ahead of me, but it doesn't matter as the San Antonio Spurs take a 71-61 lead, 10-point lead. You know what? I know Champagnie's hitting. I know Wembanyama's hitting. Shout out to Harrison Barnes right now, who was picking up Kevin Durant full court, swarming him, causing the Rockets to do a bunch of different things with Sengun out of the game. It is Okogie who hits a three. The Rockets are making the San Antonio Spurs pay by giving him the three ball, but right now we're taking Kevin Durant out of the game. And honestly, I cannot fault the Spurs for trying that with about 6.5 minutes here left to go in the third quarter. It's Castle who enters it to Wemby. Wemby falls on the floor, but it's Amen Thompson who fouls him. Wemby looks dead on the floor. His leg kind of collapsed. I got a little scared, I can't lie. But that's going to do it there. We're going to head to commercial, I believe. Victor Wembanyama stuffing it on Kevin Durant's face. Kevin Durant, though, stuffing it right back. It's a close game. 71-64, 7-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs with about 6.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Leave a like on the stream if you want the San Antonio Spurs to win. I need to see some more S's in chat if you want the Spurs to win. Here we go. I almost called LeBron to tell him you said Durant was the GOAT. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Kobe was the closest. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Kobe. But he's not my GOAT. I don't even have Kobe in my top 10. Apparently that's a controversial take, but most of the people I talk with about basketball don't have Kobe top 10. Look, rest in peace to Kobe. Amazing basketball player. Unbelievable to watch. I don't have him in my top 10. That is what it is. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I got some Spurs. Well, I got one Spur, at least in my top 10. Tim Duncan better than Kobe all time. That is what it is. Oh, you mean MJ, Steven. Kobe was the closest. To MJ, that I will agree with. Kobe was very close to MJ. They looked very, very similar. As we have the baby race. Oh, everyone. We have the baby race. Baby waste. The baby waste here in San Antonio, boys and girls. The baby looks extremely sad. The Methodist baby races. That baby started to go, but the baby is turning back. This baby looks really, really sad. None of them really look like they know what they want to do. They're supposed to run to their parent on the other side. We got some mothers and fathers on both sides here. One baby starts crawling. The young blonde girl. She's going. She's going. She starts to go. But no, the father is wondering, no, what's going? He's saying, come back, come back, come back. No, 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 it's not working. He hugs the girl. The girl doesn't want to go all the way to the other end. One baby has his face on the floor and is crying. They're licking the floor at the Frost Bank Center. I don't like this at all. Oh, one baby's going. The baby with the bandana is going quickly. But no, the baby with the bow tie in its hair. She's going fast. She's going quick. She's halfway there. She's looking at her mother. She doesn't know what to do. But the other baby with the bandana is going even quicker. The young girl, the blonde-haired girl is going faster, faster, faster. Here she comes. Yes, go to your mother. That's it. She's going. And that is going to be the winner of the baby race, the blonde girl with a bow tie in her hair. And that is exactly what all the fans love to see. The Coyote lifts her up. Oh my gosh, Coyote, please be careful. The mother looks absolutely terrified. She looks scared. She said, please give me my child back. But congratulations to the baby. Nice shirt on the Coyote, by the way. The baby race has been won by the blonde girl with the bow tie. That is all right. Oh, that's the most exciting part of the game so far. I hope that commentary was decent. For those of you that couldn't see the baby race, I hope I did it justice. The Methodist Children's Hospital baby races. How can you not support the Methodist Children's Hospital? You know, that's what I'm saying. I understand 210. I understand top 10, but 5. Yeah, no, I don't have him top 5, says Ralph. But look, I also understand the various arguments. Look, Kobe is awesome. I think there's a lot of also like older players that I think don't get as much love as maybe they should. But it's hard to compare across eras, right? And you always see the argument like, oh, if we placed so-and-so in today's era, they wouldn't do anything. But then I'd like say, oh, if we put Bill Russell in today's era, he wouldn't be nearly the same impact. Well, Bill Russell was, you could argue, the most athletic player in the NBA, maybe outside Wilt. But his running, his jumping, that pure athleticism and sensing for when to block shots was second to absolutely nobody.
And that is, I think, the most transferable thing. If you take someone who has that IQ and that raw athleticism, you give them modern training from the start, they're still going to have that impact. It's the level, the way I judge players, for me personally, is how good they were relative to their peers, because that's all you can do. I could go take any historical player and drop him today and say, oh yeah, they do so-and-so in today's game. But guess what? When they played, it's not today's game. So to me, like, I understand the thought experiment, but like, I would much rather just say, how did they do compared to everyone else around them? How much better were they than the rest of their competition? And that's why I used to argue Kareem had a case for the GOAT. I don't have him there. I got Kareem, LeBron, and MJ in my top three, but Kareem was just so good compared to his peers. As Devin Vassell fires a three, the game is back underway. He misses. We're interviewing De'Aaron Fox here on the sideline. Amen Thompson coming down, back up to Kevin Durant. He nearly loses it. We switched Keldon Johnson onto Kevin Durant as we brought Jeremy Sochan into the game as well. Harrison Barnes and Victor Wembanyama have come out. Durant is up at the three-point line, and clearly our message is to double Kevin Durant. Look at that, a bad pass is intercepted by Devin Vassell. Champagny coming down the lane, and he's fouled. Okay, I mean, that was a wild take. Julian Champagny is having himself a game here today. 71-64 still for the Spurs. Champagny, I don't know if that was a foul, but, he went all the way at the basket, and, you get rewarded when you go right to the net and you take the contact, and that's exactly what Champagny did. What's your top five? Accolades aside. If you're talking, that commentary was amazing for the babies. Thank you. Champagny got 11 points here. My top five all time. I'm only comfortable with my top three. Champagny hits the first free throw. I'm only really comfortable with my top three being clearly, in no order, LeBron, MJ, and Kareem. I just know that's my top three, and I know that LeBron and MJ are my top two. So it is what it is. I flip-flop on whether I pick MJ or LeBron on a day-by-day basis, but that is what it is. For the rest of my top five, I find it hard, because, Bill Russell, Wilt, Bird, Magic, Hakeem, and Duncan are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's and Shaq. That's the rest of my top 10. And so it's like, on a day-by-day basis, I could be swung either way. Depends how I'm feeling in that current NBA climate. As Champagny did hit the second one, by the way. I got lost in this top 10 all-time discussion, but we're back. We're back. Durant passes over to Eason, and Castle nearly gets the steal. The Spurs defense has been dynamic so far to start this second half. This new motif here on the defensive end. Sochan with a great defense on Amen Thompson. That's going to be, I thought it'd be a jump ball, but no. Jabari Smith Jr. collects the rebound, doesn't get it. The offensive board goes to Steven Adams, but the ref blows it down. It looks like it's going to be a foul. But the Spurs' defensive game plan has really shifted here in the second half. They have been swarming Kevin Durant. Just like other defenses have been swarming Wemby, they're forcing Durant to make decisions, and they're forcing the rest of the Rockets to beat them. Steven Adams gets the over-the-back foul on Keldon Johnson, and I absolutely love that. Johnson is screaming. Keldon Johnson is screaming, and that is actually going to be bonus with 5 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is an opportunity for the Spurs to really take advantage. This Rockets team has been incredibly physical for this whole game, and if the Spurs can take advantage of these free throws, which Keldon Johnson does on the first free throw, this can be a huge turning point in the game. By the way, we got 71 people in here. I know a lot of you are probably new. We're going for 10,870 subscribers. If just 9 of you 71 here hit that sub button that haven't already, you'll get daily Spurs news, streams just like this one during the game, and I know you're enjoying it. Keldon Johnson makes an 11-point lead for San Antonio as Wemby is sitting on the bench. The Rockets have played their starters for most of this game, and it's exactly what I said in this morning's pregame video. The Rockets bench is really not that deep. Right now, they're really trying to roll with their starters. Champagny's playing on Jabari Smith, who is pretty tall. Jabari Smith wants to force it, doesn't. Tari Eason, corner three. He's been on fire tonight. Tari Eason has knocked down a few threes, and he cuts the lead down to 8. 75-67 with just over 5 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Here we go. Stephon Castle getting guarded by Amen Thompson. Stephon Castle going downhill, gets to the basket. Beautiful pass to Jeremy Sochan, but he doesn't have the room to finish it. Spots Keldon Johnson. Wide open corner three. That looked like a foul. The ref didn't call it. It doesn't matter. The Rockets are out in transition the other way, and it's Amen Thompson driving straight at the rim. No, he kicks it out to Jabari Smith, who can barely handle the pass. Stephon Castle is guarding him tightly, though, and you know that's tough. That's got to be scary if you see Stephon Castle up on you like that. And it's Jeremy Sochan getting the matchup on Kevin Durant. Stephon Castle comes for the quick double team. Oh, they swarm Durant. Durant doesn't know what to do. He makes a pass to Steven Adams, and it's into Amen Thompson for the easy dunk. The Spurs did pin Durant. Durant panicked for a second, but it doesn't matter. The Rockets got an easy bucket out of it with now just over 4 minutes remaining as Stephon Castle coming down, pick and roll with Jeremy Sochan. Stephon Castle over to Sochan. He sees Steven Adams and he decides, no, that's not my shot. He kicks it back out to Julian Champagnie. Little screen and roll again with Jeremy Sochan, setting these interesting screens. The lob up to Sochan. He misses the lob. He misses the layup. It's Kevin Durant coming down the other way. Sochan's having a pretty rough game offensively, but it's Champagnie again with the steal. The Spurs out in transition. Oh, Sochan. Oh, yeah, he is wrapped up big time by Amen Thompson. Oh, they might review that one for a flagrant. Sochan is not happy. The guy who had a sprained wrist going down hard onto the floor. Oh, Sochan is not happy with that foul, and I wouldn't be either. If you had a sprained wrist and you got thrown down to the floor like that, Amen Thompson tried to make amends, saying, I'm sorry, man. Sochan didn't seem to want any part of that. Jeremy Sochan's a competitive guy, and a guy who's just coming back from injury. He doesn't want to get hurt again. Let's review this here. Yeah, I think that is an attempt for the ball. I don't think that's going to be flagrant. It was a hard foul. It's definitely a hard foul by Amen Thompson, but I think that's clean. He clearly does go for the swipe on the ball, but Sochan dribbles, and it was the hip that caught him. I think that's okay, but hey, it is what it is. But I want to shout out Julian Champagnie right now, who has 13 points, 4 steals for Julian Champagnie in this game. 4 steals for Champagnie. What an incredible start here. Bird was amazing, but I got him 12 to 15. Whoa! Or Ralph, I think we're in pretty big disagreement on where we rank Larry Bird all time, but that's all right because I love getting different opinions, right? I you know what, Steph up there, got Curry and Duncan in the top 10. I really respect people that have Steph in the top 10. I don't yet, but I think he very well could get very close. There's so many good players in the history of the league, and I think everyone has their own preferences, their own styles, and everyone's top 10 is very valid, unless you're Khalil Ware. We saw his thing, and I think he had Ant at like top 5 all time or something. Did they call a flagrant? I don't actually have the audio on. I probably should listen. All right, so it is 2 shots and the ball. They did call that a flagrant 1. They called that a flagrant 1. This time is not right. It's actually 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Tony Brothers on the review called this a flagrant 1 on Amen Thompson. And I'm going to be honest, I do not agree with that call. I think this was an attempt at the ball at first, but then he ended up following through and he thought Sochan was going to go up with it. But that is what it is. That is okay. Everyone liked the Fiesta jerseys, and say no if you a hater. No, everyone liked the Fiesta jerseys. We absolutely love it. People forget Swipe can average 2 steals a game. That will help our D. I agree. Dirk in my top 10 says Spurs are the best. Didn't expect that from a Spurs fan, but you know what? I love the love for Dirk Nowitzki. I don't have him in my top 10, maybe top 20, 25. Look, personally, I don't really see the argument for Dirk over either of Duncan or Garnett at the power forward position. And so, since I don't have Garnett in my top 10, he's just outside. I can't have Dirk there, but I like the respect for Dirk. And I think a lot of people, like, for being ahead of his time, Dirk's an incredibly transportable player. You bring him to a bunch of different eras and he would thrive. And so I think that is very valuable. And especially if you're considering a top 10 list, I think that could be a really interesting criteria. But Jeremy Sochan nails both free throws, which is a great sign for San Antonio right now. The Spurs, 17 for 19 from the line tonight. 17 for 19 from the line. 89.5%. This is a huge difference. If we shot our season average from the free throw line, this would be like a 4-point game. So this is very important that the Spurs are hitting their free throws. The Rockets are 9 for 10. Spurs 17 for 19. The Spurs are getting more free throws. Castle with the kick out. Vassell, that's a tough shot. He hits the top of the backboard. I didn't love that corner 3 from Devin Vassell as the Rockets are coming down the other way. It's Tari Eason dribbling the ball, hesitating. Jeremy Sochan on him. And it's now Julian Champagnie guarding Kevin Durant. The double team is sent. It's Jeremy Sochan guarding Durant. Oh, Sochan nearly knocks it out. Sochan knocked it out of Durant's hands. I thought that went out off of Kevin Durant. But doesn't seem like the refs want to agree. Sochan says review. Mitch Johnson, nah, they're not going to review. They're just going to sub in Wemby instead, which is probably better than any kind of review that you could have. If you're not top 3 in your position, then how are you going to be in the top 10? That's my argument, Nick, say for Dirk. But like, I'd say they probably have Dirk at maybe number 2 at their position. But also, you don't need to be top 3. Like, I have Wilt, I have Shaq, I have Hakeem, and I have Kareem, I have Shaq, I have Russell, I have Wilt, I have like 5 centers in my top 10. So my third best center or fourth best center is still in my top 10. So, you know, I can understand it at least. So it depends. But here we go. The inbound pass is a bad one, and Jordan McLaughlin gets it, runs the floor, finishes in traffic on Reed Shepherd. Jordan McLaughlin's having himself a nice little game here. Despite the airball mid-range shot earlier, he's played pretty well. He's shooting 3 for 4 from the field with 7 points. Tari Eason. Oh, and that's backcourt. That's a backcourt violation. 79-69 Spurs with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Let's get some hype going. Let's change this music up. Let's change this music up. We're getting into a great end of the quarter here. As you see Sean Sweeney, even though he's mostly a defensive coach, look at that defense from Stephon. Well, I think that's more Tari Eason mishandling the ball. Tari Eason is not happy with the turnover, as he shouldn't be. Stephon Castle is clapping. Jordan McLaughlin takes the ball, getting guarded by Reed Shepherd. There's an off-ball set here. Victor Wembanyama in the pick and roll. McLaughlin going downhill. Nice little pass inside to Sochan, who doesn't see anything, and he's called for his second travel of the game. Jeremy Sochan looks incredibly nervous on the offensive end. He has been... Oh, Mitch Johnson is mad. Mitch is not happy. That was a chance to gain a ton of momentum, and Jeremy Sochan, he just couldn't get it done. That was a really, really rough play there from Jeremy Sochan. I was not happy. I'm not happy at all with what I've seen offensively from Jeremy Sochan. Defensively, fine. But Jeremy Sochan has 2 points, both from the foul line, 3 turnovers, and he's 0 for 5 from the field. I don't love that, but that's all right. I got Russell 35-50. He played with plumbers, construction workers, and crackheads. Sorry. I can't agree with you. Like, not even on one little iota of that. So, you know what? Like, it is what it is. But, you know, I respect your opinion. I'm just going to have to vehemently disagree, and we'll move on from that. We're going to go back here to the Spurs game. We got the fan here. Let me listen to this. Oh, to learn more about Victory Capital, invest with your home team. We got a guy going up here with a challenge. I'm going to have a little bit of chocolate here while we're watching the game. Canadian exclusive, baby. Best chocolate bar that ever existed. Coffee Crisp. You guys probably don't agree with that. It's one of my favorite things about Canada. Here we go. This guy, American hero, 27 years of service. Shout out to him. Here we go. He's got 45 seconds. Start with the layup. Then, once you make the layup, you run out to 3. Then you go to half court. A layup, a 3, then half court. He's got 45 seconds. Yep, let's see if he can do it. Do you think he's going to get it? Here we go. I know you guys can't see this, but he got the time. He's running down. He's got to hit the layup. You got to always get the layup if you got 45 seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh my, he missed the layup very badly. Oh, he missed the second layup very badly. He missed the third layup very badly. He made the fourth layup. He wasted 12 seconds on the layup. He's got to go out and... Oh, he's shooting the corner 3. Strategic here. Oh, he bangs! He nailed the corner 3 on his first shot. Bro missed 3 layups and nailed the corner 3. He's now got 24 seconds to shoot from half to win. Oh, he missed the entire backboard on that one. Taking a dribble. No, you just got to shoot, buddy. Get the volume up. Oh, no, he missed that one wide right. Can you just split the difference? No, he's missed the backboard 3 straight times. 8 seconds. 7. 6. Oh, that was close, but it's not quite on target. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. It's short. One final shot. It's on target, but it's off. He hit the 3 on his first shot. He couldn't quite get it. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Still waiting here. Half-court hero. Well, not a hero today. Sorry about that, buddy. Spurs looking to come back here in this game. And not come back, sorry. Spurs looking to put this game away is what I should say. Here we go. We got the gold-coated fan, Big Red, from the Spurs Jackals. The Spurs Jackals have been cheering a lot. They've been very loud. I've loved the Spurs Jackals so far this year. Some passionate fans. What a great idea from Wemby. Let's go Spurs, baby. Oh my goodness, he's ripping off the shirt. Oh, baby. The Spurs Jackals are hype as ever. Come on, we need this game to go back. The one thing that annoys me a lot about these prime broadcasts is just how long these commercial breaks are. But the game is back on here now, and the Houston Rockets and Amen Thompson have the ball. Swing it over to Reed Shepherd. Down to Alperen Sengun. He's looking around. Harrison Barnes is guarding him. Sengun passes it inside to Amen Thompson. Drives straight at Keldon Johnson. Doesn't want anything to do with that. Kevin Durant coming off the screen. Great defense. He hits the jumper, but they call the foul. It's an and one for Kevin Durant. Durant and the Rockets have been flopping all game long, but the Spurs kind of have too, so I can't really complain about it, like, if I'm being honest. Let me see if this is actually a foul. And of course it froze right as I was looking to see if it was a foul. So that sucks. Did my stream really just crash in the middle of this game again? Nope. Kevin Durant shooting the free throw, and it's good. All right, there we go. Kevin Durant makes it 79-72 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's Jordan McLaughlin running the ball up. The Rockets have 9 offensive rebounds. They've been killing. Well, the Spurs have actually killed in the second chance points. 21-11 for the Spurs. Spurs have 21 second chance points. Spurs are winning the turnover battle 18-15. Spurs do have 27 points off turnovers. Keldon Johnson spinning out to Mr. 100% Harrison Barnes. Oh, baby! Oh, is it ever Mr. 100% tonight? Harrison Barnes is on fire in fuego. I know that's not technically how you say it in Spanish, but anyone who speaks Spanish, how would I say he's on fire in Spanish? How would you say it? 'Cause I know en fuego is what some people say, but I'm pretty sure that's not actually right. Sengun misses the fadeaway as he's back in the game with 4 fouls. Wemby gets the rebound, but I mean, credit to Amen Thompson. He grabbed the ball and forced the jump ball. Amen Thompson is an awesome basketball player. I love watching this guy play. If he develops his on-ball game a bit better with the ball in his hands, I think he could be a really, really serious player. I like how you say you respectfully disagree. I'm all ears learning about the NBA history. Yeah, I mean, shout out to you, Ralph. Like, look, there's no point in putting people down. Like, no, what's the point in that in life? Like, some people maybe deserve it, but like, in terms of discussion about basketball, man, who cares? People have their opinions. I'm not going to sway you one way or the other, and I love to hear your guys' opinions as well. Every opinion is worth something. Wemby wins the jump ball. Jordan McLaughlin sends it up to Wemby. Oh boy, Wemby in transition on Steven Adams. He gets to the net and he is fouled because you have no other choice when Victor Wembanyama is coming down the floor at you with 1 minute and 58 seconds left. Victor Wembanyama is going to the line to try and give the Spurs an 11-point lead here. Even 12 if he can get it to go. 12! Wembanyama coming down. I mean, yeah, Shepherd just absolutely hacked the ever-living out of him. Wemby with 10, 7, and 3. Again, a not great Wemby game. He's just not been himself. I don't know what's going on, but he nails the free throw. The San Antonio Spurs tonight, story of the game, free throws. They have made 90.5% of their free throws. It's absolutely amazing. Well, actually, I guess it'll be 90.5 if he makes this, because that would be 19 for 21. It would have been 18 for 20, so it would have been 90%. Can it be 90.5? Oh, yes, it can. Victor Wembanyama knocks it down, makes it 84-72. Here we go. Third quarter is coming to a close here. 1 minute and 55 seconds. It's Amen Thompson bringing the ball up in this nice, tightly contested game here on Prime. NBA Cup Game 1. What a big game this would be for the Spurs. Keldon Johnson contests Amen Thompson, leaves the jumper short, but Alperen Sengun gets the rebound, doesn't get it to go. But there's a loose ball foul called on Victor Wembanyama, and that'll be all right. I think that's his second foul, so that is okay. That is all right. Steven Adams is just strong, and what can you do about it? There's not much you can really do about it. Where are we ranking Brian Scalabrine? Scalabrine is in my top 20 all time, but I just can't justify having him in my top 10. You know, his impact outside the game is just so high that I have to have him in my top 20. So shout out to Scal. Sengun nails the elbow jumper. I mean, look, he was bound to get going eventually. He hasn't been able to find his rhythm just because he's been in some foul trouble, and his jumper hasn't been falling. His 3 hasn't been falling. Keldon Johnson gets the ball at the wing, inserts it to Wemby. There's a double, triple team. Now, Wemby, little fadeaway over Kevin Durant. He misses it. It's like he wanted to bank it, but didn't actually bank it. 10-point lead here for the Spurs as Reed Shepherd and the Rockets come down. It's Jordan McLaughlin guarding Reed Shepherd. Shepherd takes it. Oh, the screen from Steven Adams is a nasty one. Wemby fouls Adams, and it's an and one. That was a lazy defensive possession there from Victor Wembanyama. I'm not calling Wemby lazy, but I didn't love that. I didn't love the way he navigated that. I mean, on the replay, it actually wasn't as bad as I once thought, but there was a great little pass from Reed Shepherd, a great screen by Steven Adams to set that up as the Rockets have a chance to cut this lead down to 7. And Steven Adams does nail the free throw. So with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the quarter, the Houston Rockets have cut the lead down to 84-77. It's a 7-point game as Jordan McLaughlin is bringing the ball up. McLaughlin's been getting a lot of run tonight. Lindy Waters started playing in the first quarter, but not much after that. McLaughlin, little floater in the lane, little bank shot, doesn't go. McLaughlin gets his own rebound, though, and puts it back in as Wemby had the nice little box out. Jordan McLaughlin having himself a really, really nice game now, up to 9 points on 4 for 6 shooting. Shout out to Jordan McLaughlin, only the 1 assist, but that's okay. Stephon Castle still leading the team in assists with 6. Kick out to Amen Thompson. Up to Sengun, who wants to shoot the jumper, but Sochan's in his face. Harrison Barnes guarding Kevin Durant pretty strongly, as he has this whole game. Durant gets into the lane, though, and the little teardrop runner is very good, and Kevin Durant scores it to make it 86-79 with 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jordan McLaughlin taking the ball. They're not going to have time for 2-for-1, so it's just going to be one little shot here. See what they can do. Whoa, the pass over. It almost gets intercepted. McLaughlin hesitating to Barnes in the corner. What's going on? It's a turnover, and Sengun gets the ball with 10 seconds left. Swings it over to Kevin Durant. Mitch Johnson's urging the guys to get back. It's Sochan on Kevin Durant. Durant looking, getting double teamed. Swings it over to Reed Shepard, over to Alperen Sengun. He wants the three. It's open, and he hits it at the buzzer. Alperen Sengun knocks down the three at the buzzer to make it 86-82, and that is some momentum right there. Alperen Sengun with that shot at the buzzer as we end the third quarter. That's going to be a momentum swing. Keldon Johnson, I'm not really sure what Keldon Johnson was doing there. I'm not totally sure. It's like he wanted to go back for the rebound, but there wouldn't have been time for a rebound anyway. Oof. All right, well, that's going to end the third quarter. The Spurs up only by 4 right now. The Spurs up only by 4. But look, there's time left. There's time left in this game. There's a lot of time left in this game. There's 12 minutes left, and you just have to hold a 4-point lead, and the Spurs can absolutely do it. We haven't seen much of Olynyk. We saw him in the first half, and then not much after that. Kelly Olynyk's only played 5 minutes, 43 seconds. Lindy Waters only 6 minutes. The Spurs have rather replaced Wemby's minutes with Sochan and Harrison Barnes, because the Rockets, while they are pretty big, you almost want to have Wemby out there, a big man out there with Steven Adams. Like, we're putting small guys on Kevin Durant and Tari Eason. They don't really play like traditional fours, so you don't really need to get your centers out there too much. But you know who's having a great game? Jordan McLaughlin in 9 minutes there, 9 points, 1 steal, 1 assist. Julian Champagnie, again, 13 points, 3 for 7 from 3, 4 steals, 4 rebounds. Harrison Barnes chipping in 17 so far. Wemby only with the 12.7 rebounds. He does have his block, but it is what it is. Awakened Enlightenment says the Spurs played the Lakers last night and Rockets tonight and the Pelicans tomorrow. Yes, I would say fatigue. Well, it wasn't really last night. It was 2 nights ago. So they did have a bit of a game. It wasn't back to back to back at least. They did have a day off before this game. But again, going out and playing in Pacific time and then coming back to San Antonio. And really this game is kind of getting played on Eastern time if you think about it. A 7:30 Eastern start. Really not much time between those 2 games. And then a back to back against the Pelicans. But the bonus for this Pelicans game is that you get De'Aaron Fox himself. De'Aaron Fox is going to make a massive difference in this game tomorrow. Let's change the music. Let's relax a little bit. Steven with that silver medal in chat. Steven, I see Steven as number 3. Can I see the top fans here? Who else is in here? You look, the more you guys chat, the more you're likely to show up here. We got Michael D. Luffy as well as one of the other people here. So, but yeah, we got a lot of people sending in these chats. Who do you think is the most overrated player in the NBA right now? Overrated's tough. Man, usually when I think of overrated player, I think of players that score a lot, but don't do a lot of anything else, right? And like don't play much defense. So, like, you know, I think when a lot of people think overrated, they tend to think, you know, like stars that they think get too much hype, or just like guys that are all stars but don't really do a lot. Like, for example, Trae Young's defense is quite bad, so people will hate on Trae Young. I don't think he's overrated, though. I think the hate train has almost gone the other way. Jason Tatum injured. He's another guy that gets a lot of those overrated labels, even though I think he's genuinely awesome, because I think people really underrate Jason Tatum's defense. Man, that's actually a really good question. I think I'd have to look through a lot of the NBA and really find... I'd have to look through a lot of teams. It's a really tough question, and no one comes to mind off the top of my head. Maybe if you guys could name some, I could go through. Maybe Joel Embiid. Embiid at his peak is really, really good, but Embiid right now just doesn't look good. He can't move very well. His defense is still decent, so I maybe it's hard to say overrated, but he comes to mind. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. Overrated is Bronny James. Hey, you know what? Bronny James is not a bad shout. He is pretty overrated. Lakers fans tend to overrate him a lot. Look, I think he's a fringe NBA player. I don't think he doesn't belong in the NBA, but I think he'd be better off in the G League, as the game is starting here in the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness! Fourth quarter, what am I doing? I didn't update the clock here. Stephon Castle launches a 3, and it's really short. Oh my goodness. Okay. Quarter 4. Here we go. In quarter 4, 12 minutes left. Champagnie! Bang! There you go. Every time, the second I tune back in, it's Julian Champagnie putting up his 16th point of the night. He's 4 for 8 from 3. He has 4 steals. Is it crazy? Him and Harrison Barnes have been the MVPs of the Spurs so far tonight. Harrison Barnes guarding Tari Eason. Kevin Durant is off the floor right now. The Spurs need to capitalize. Don't forget that Alperen Sengun's at 4 fouls. What a great pass by Amen Thompson. But Reed Sheppard can't knock down the corner 3. And Stephon Castle is coming the other way. Looking at Amen Thompson, you know he wants to go straight at him. He's finished over him a couple times. But it's Champagnie. Reed Sheppard left his assignment. Champagnie misses, but Keldon Johnson, as always, on the offensive glass. But Champagnie, you can tell, is feeling it. He misses it again. Stephon Castle tries to poke the ball away from Alperen Sengun. It does not work. Amen Thompson coming down the floor. Guarded closely now by Stephon Castle, but Sengun with the deep 3. It's no good. Sengun did hit the 3 at the end of the third quarter, but it's not going right now. With just about 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, this game is going to be a tight finish. Harrison Barnes, Mr. 100%. Oh, that one was almost a wedgie. That was way off. Steven Adams comes away with the rebound, but my goodness. That's all right. Spurs not off to a hot shooting start here in the fourth quarter. Champagnie did hit 1 3 early, but then he missed 2 in a row, and then Harrison Barnes missed. Reed Sheppard coming the other way, and he does hit 1. And that's what happens. You make the Spurs pay. You don't hit your 3s, Reed Sheppard's going to come down and hit 1 in your eyes, as Reed Sheppard is now up to, how many points? 13 points tonight, 5 assists. Great game from Reed Sheppard. You can tell Champagnie sees the net as an ocean right now. He sees it. He could put anything in the rim. Victor Wembanyama wide open at the elbow. Misses the easy jumper. But again, it's Keldon Johnson getting the offensive board. And that's what we need Victor Wembanyama to do. Wemby comes streaking downhill after the offensive board from Keldon Johnson. That must be like his 3rd or 4th offensive board. And gets it in the paint and lays it in. 28 second chance points for the San Antonio Spurs. Largely on the back of Keldon Johnson's 5 offensive rebounds. The Spurs have 11 boards. Keldon Johnson has 5 of them, as it's a missed 3 from Amen Thompson, and the Spurs are coming the other way. And it's over to Harrison Barnes in the corner. He's taking 1 dribble. He's into the paint. He makes a really bad pass, and the Rockets get the ball back. And it's Stephon Castle trying to guard Tari Eason. Tari sees Wemby and kicks it out to 3. And oh my gosh, there's a miscommunication, as it looked like Sengun was going to pick up that pass, but he let it go to Reed Sheppard. Sheppard wasn't expecting it, but it's now Sengun at the free throw line, getting guarded by Harrison Barnes, trying to body him. Little turnaround jumper at the free throw line is good for Alperen Sengun. It's now 91-87. The Spurs have a 4-point lead with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's Castle running a little pick and roll with Wemby. Really bad pass from Stephon Castle, but there's a whistle. Sengun is not happy. Sengun has not been happy about literally any whistle tonight, so I don't know what he wants. Yeah, but it's Keldon Johnson, man. Look, there's so many guys. Sengun sound like Rangoons. Yeah, a little bit. Ben Simmons, I don't even think Ben Simmons is overrated at this point, Ralph. Like I think it's just, I think people just realize he's not NBA caliber at this point. Like, it sucks. He'd do amazing in China, but yeah, whatever. Stephon Castle looking for Wemby. Wemby going straight at Steven Adams and gets right to the rim. Where was this Wemby? He's just going straight at the Rockets defense. Like, where was this? Wemby's now up to 16 points on the night, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Reed Sheppard kicks to Sengun, and it's now Wemby on him. Sengun gets stuffed, and that should be a foul, but it's not, and it's Stephon Castle coming the other way. Stephon Castle passes it up to Wemby. Oh, he's feeling it. Wanted the 3, but he passed it off to Keldon Johnson. The bench was already standing. Bismack, actually the first guy up on the bench. Keldon going straight at Alperen Sengun. Keldon, little spin move, trying to body Sengun like Sengun body Wemby, and his Castle in the lane, and he finishes. Stephon Castle, let's go. Spurs on fire, take an 8-point lead with 8 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. This game's coming down to it. I see those Wemby alien emotes in chat. Thank you so much, Spurs, and that is... Oh, there's going to be a timeout there for the Houston Rockets. They need to regroup. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. And the Spurs have an 8-point lead. Leave some hype for our San Antonio Spurs. Do you live stream every Spurs game? No, not every game. I unfortunately can't do every game, but we're trying to do as many games as we can. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this one. This is a huge game as we're currently on commercial with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We got some Rockets fans in here too, like Steven. We had some others earlier, and we love seeing Rockets fans in here as well. Spurs are definitely showing signs of life, and you know what? The big life right now is Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama has been absolutely rolling in this fourth quarter, and I don't know what happened, because Wemby just all of a sudden decided to start running into the paint like crazy, and it's been working. It's been absolutely working. So we now have the extra credit fan of the game. If you guys don't remember, the extra credit fan of the game last game was this. This was the fan of the game last time I did this against the Brooklyn Nets. It was the game after Halloween. or the game before Halloween. So it was the Lorax. This was the Good Luck Lorax. So maybe the fan of the game this game can do it too, but we'll have to wait and see. Go Spurs, go. Josh for NBA president. Don't give me that kind of responsibility. I will screw everything up and then you will all hate me for the rest of my life. But that's all right. Right now, the Spurs have a really balanced scoring effort. So we got 16 points from Julian Champagnie. We have 17 points from Harrison Barnes. We have 16 points from Victor Wembanyama. We have 12 points from Devin Vassell. We have 10 points from Stephon Castle. We have 5 players in, double digits. But to be fair, the Rockets have 6 players in double digits. They have barely played their bench, really, this game. Actually, that's not true. That's actually kind of a lie. They have played their bench. Steven Adams and Reed Shepherd and Tari Eason have all played a lot. Josh Okogie is technically their starting point guard. The Rockets run such an interesting lineup with Okogie, Amen Thompson, Durant, Jabari Smith, and Alperen Sengun. But it is what it is. Spurs, and we need to get a Castle emote from us. But I love those Castle emotes and the Wemby Alien emotes. Guys, we're 3 subscribers away from 10,865. We'd love to hit that right now because we know there's a lot of you that have never been here before. We'd love to hit 10,865 before the end of this game. The game's coming down to it. You kind of look like Josh Giddey. Maybe a little. I don't know. I don't get too many NBA player face comparisons. The one weird thing, a lot of people who have met me, they're like, I swear I've met you before. It's just not true. Maybe now though that was before YouTube and hosting multiple channels with over 10,000 subscribers. I host on 3 different channels with over 10,000 subscribers. This is actually, if you believe it, Spurs Digest has the fewest subscribers of any channel I host on. And I think you guys know what that means. We need to get that number up, which is why I'm trying to get you guys to subscribe some more. Because I know a lot of you haven't done it. Ralph saying, GSG from Congo. Ralph, are you from Congo? You serious? That's so cool. DRC, baby. I met a guy who was from, what was the place called? I speak French too, of course, which I know the Congo does. But no, I met a guy when I was living in Quebec. Where was the city? Let me find it. Goma. He was from Goma, right there near the Rwanda border. And I had a nice conversation with that guy. So that was pretty cool. So that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to meet people from all around the world. Let me know where you're from in the chat. I'd love to see all the kinds of different nationalities and even states and cities that we have in the chat. Man, what a game 2 from Stephon Castle. He has been so important as the game is back underway. And it's a lob to Sengun. And it goes down on the layup. And Victor Wembanyama is called for the foul. So, it's okay. We got to increase the tension here. The Spurs, they're doing okay. But right now, we got to close out this game. Legally change your name to Josh Gosse with $signs. Do you know how difficult that would make my life? Are you trying to ruin my life? Are you trying to make the government question everything I do? Can you imagine being on a plane and having that and having to write that down? I'm pretty sure they actually don't even allow that if you try to change your name. But it is what it is. Alperen Sengun makes the free throw. It's a 5-point game now. Spurs are up 95-90. I actually got to change the, I got to move this over. As it swung down to Julian Champagnie, who kicks it back out to Keldon Johnson, over to Stephon Castle. Castle trying to break down Josh Okogie, who's a nice physical defender. Castle gets stripped. Oh, but they're calling a foul. Josh Okogie is in complete disbelief about that foul. The refereeing has been questionable this game at best, and I have not been a fan of a lot of the foul calls, if I'm being completely honest, for both sides. The Rockets and the Spurs. It's GSG from Turks and Caicos. Okay, so you're from everywhere. I like that, Ralph. I really like that. The lob up to Victor Wembanyama. And there it is. Victor Wembanyama with the lob. Jam, baby. It's now 97-90. And there's a timeout called with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left. There we go. Victor Wembanyama, again, finally starting to get on the scoreboard as he is now up to 18 points. I believe 18. After that lob slam. Victor Wembanyama does have 4 fouls and 4 turnovers, but he's getting on the board. They're looking for him. He's getting downhill. He's getting to the rim. This is where we need Victor Wembanyama to be. And for some reason, he's not been near the rim very much. No, brother, that's just epic, though. The chicks will love it. The chicks will love it. But you know what? I got a chick. I got the most wonderful chick in the world. I don't need to find any more. So if she loves it, maybe. If anyone else loves it, I don't care. That is what it is. The Coyote got assless chaps. Can I say that without getting demonetized? I think so. I just don't like it. I don't like looking at this. It feels like I'm not supposed to see the Coyote's butt. Anyway, I don't like that. Like, and subscribe, says Spurs, and thank you so much for this. And look, we hit 10,865 subs. That was one of the big goals. Thank you so much for subscribing. You know what? Why not hit 10,870? I'm sure there's at least 5 of you watching right now as we're on commercial with just 7 minutes 47 seconds left as there's been a timeout. At least 5 of you that haven't hit that sub button because we got videos every single day. There's 2 videos on the channel from earlier today that you can check out. There's this live stream, and then there's also going to be a video after the game. So from St. Croix GSG, Ralph is, you know what, the real Mr. Worldwide is Ralph Almendares in chat. Absolutely. Bronny says Steven. Megan says GSG from Venezuela. Venezuela, I do speak a bit of Spanish, so bienvenido aquí, Maven VG. Bienvenido a Spurs Digest. Esta noche, Spurs versus Houston Rockets. Is versus just versus in Spanish? I think it is, right? Spurs versus Rockets. Oh boy, the Coyotes shooting out t-shirts. I swear, man, these commercials, these timeouts are so long. We're getting 11K soon. Is that a Pokeball? Yeah, it absolutely is, Ralph. It's my favorite mug. We actually had a little Pokemon discussion earlier. I'm unashamedly just a complete nerd, so like, yeah, I really like this mug. It cost me $9. I can't put it in the microwave though, or the dishwasher. But I actually don't have a dishwasher here, so that doesn't really bother me. But it's just one of those. It's like, it's kind of like decorative, but I actually use it. So anyway, yeah, it is a Pokemon. We get an 11K soon. I would love to get 11K. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ukraine is here. Shout out to Ukraine, man. There's a great Ukrainian restaurant that opened up near me. Best pierogies I've ever had. Pierogies with smoked kielbasa. Unbelievable. They also had smoked lamb, smoked salmon. They got some awesome stuff at the Ukrainian restaurant next to me. Next time I go, I got to try some borscht. I'd love to try some borscht. I think, or is that Russian? I think you can get it at Ukrainian restaurants too. I think she was selling it at least. So I don't know. Maybe you can let me know if that actually counts as Ukrainian as well. But welcome in everyone. Area 51 says Spurs are the best. Absolutely. We're still waiting here. Like, am I crazy? Is this game not back on yet? They took the gun from the Coyote. Is the game back on? Gracias, hermano. De nada. Magan VG. De nada. Oh my goodness. Okay. Videos todos los días aquí a Spurs Digest. What is subscribe in Spanish? Maybe you could tell me. I don't know. You know, I only learned kind of practical conversation that would help me get by if I ever went to a Spanish-speaking country. But as we're heading into the final stretch of this game, it is Ukrainian. Okay, that's what I thought, Ampam. And I learned what thank you was in Ukrainian, because I know it's not spasiba. I looked it up one time. But anyway, because I know that's Russian. Anyway, thank you for being here. Shout out to Ukraine. Reed Shepard gets the ball poked away by Stephon Castle as we are back underway with just under 8 minutes to go. Castle is hounding Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard doesn't know what to do. He passes it into Alperen Sengun, who is panicking here. Harrison Barnes is also heavily guarding Kevin Durant. There's some physical defense going on right now from the Spurs. Durant forces up a shot. It doesn't go. Sengun tips it in, though. That's a great tip by Sengun. The Rockets, though, are looking a bit frazzled with this Spurs defense, as it's Devin Vassell. Quick trigger from 3. Devin Vassell knocking it down to give the Spurs 100 points. We cross the century mark for the San Antonio Spurs, and that is absolutely massive in this game. With 7 minutes left, 7 minutes and 8 seconds, the San Antonio Spurs take an 8-point lead. We'll toss 7 minutes. It's Kevin Durant in the paint. It doesn't go, and it's Champagny with the rebound, but there's a foul on the floor, and I think Sengun is holding his face again. Bro, look, I like watching Sengun, but holy smokes, man, does he ever embellish a lot. Whatever, it's fine. He's a great basketball player. I'm not going to put him down. I'm not going to waste my time doing that. And I think that's Wemby's 5th foul. It is Wemby's 5th foul, man. Like, it's an issue for Victor Wembanyama. He gets fouls like that a lot. A lot. That is definitely a foul. Also, definitely embellished. Wemby did not touch Sengun's eyes at all, and Sengun was rubbing his eyes. Look, whatever. I'm sure that hurt. I'm sorry. They're going to review that for a flagrant, I think. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's all right. Look, Sengun, sorry, buddy, but I don't love that. I really don't love that. Every guy's a nerd deep down inside. I think that is kind of true. You mean Barsh? Yeah, that is Ukrainian. Oh, okay, so maybe it's different. Since Halloween just passed, what's your favorite ghost Pokemon? So, I am a Gen 3 guy. I'm probably going to have to go... I mean, look, Gengar kind of has my heart, but if I'm being honest, like just one from my childhood. I know it's not a good one, but Sableye. I always thought Sableye was so cool, and like when he came out, he had no weaknesses, and you pick him up right before Brawly, and so it just works so well. And I always liked it. You get him in Sapphire, but here we're gonna listen to Tony Brothers. Victor Wembanyama is called for a flagrant foul while boxing out Alperen Sengun. Tough. That's tough. Yeah, I don't like that. Sengun from Turkey? Yes, he is. How far are you from San Antonio, brother? Too far. I'm up in Canada, as I said earlier. East coast of Canada, actually. The far, far east coast of Canada. So these games actually start pretty late for me. For example, this game started at 9 p.m. for me. If that, I know that sounds weird because the game started on a half hour, but I'm in a half hour time zone. So if anyone's curious, I'm from a place called Newfoundland. If you ever look at a map of Canada, there's an island all the way to the east. That's me. Anyway, little inside info for you guys. We got 100 people in here. As Alperen Sengun's at the free throw line after the flagrant one on Victor Wembanyama. He nails the first free throw. Don't say Gengar. No, it's not Gengar. Don't worry. Sableye. I told you. I love Sableye's eyes and his claws get me every time. Hey, Mega Sableye's cool, but I kind of stopped playing before Megas became common. But I do have Alpha Sapphire, so I might try and go for one on my next playthrough. But Nova Scotia, even further east. Even further. Newfoundland, baby. What's your favorite starter Pokemon? I love how this is just... We're talking about the Spurs game here, and I got this mug, and everyone's asking me what my favorite starter is. But the answer to that is Mudkip. So, that's my favorite starter. Kevin Durant pulls for 3. It does not go. And Sengun tipping fighting for the rebound doesn't work. And Vassell comes down with it, and it's Stephon Castle with under 7 minutes to go. It's a 6-point game here in San Antonio. Stephon Castle getting guarded by Josh Gosse. Devin Vassell sets the screen. Nothing really doing there. Stephon Castle takes a little drive here. Sees Harrison Barnes. That's Mr. 100%. There was no there is a hesitation. He lines it up. And that is nothing but net, baby. Mr. 100%. Harrison Barnes is on fire tonight. Harrison Barnes is the difference maker so far tonight for the San Antonio Spurs. One of many, but he has 20 points. 6 for 9 from 3. 6 threes for Harrison Barnes. Great defense from Barnes. And it's an offensive foul. Harrison Barnes draws the charge. He has been the KD stopper tonight. Harrison Barnes, when guarding Kevin Durant, is a completely different game. Completely different game. What a charge taken there from Harrison Barnes. Beautiful, beautiful defense right after he hit a 3. Harrison Barnes, 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and incredible defense on Kevin Durant. What a game from Harrison Barnes. What a distributed game here as Wemby is sitting out with 5 fouls right now. They don't want to bring him back into the game. The Rockets have switched to a 2-3 zone, and it's leaving Barnes open in the corner. Why are they not passing to him? Castle takes a deep logo 3. That's no good. But guess who's up there? Keldon Johnson on the offensive glass. That'll be his 6th offensive rebound of the game. But Devin Vassell has it poked away by Josh Gosse, and the Rockets are coming the other way. It's over to Kevin Durant, who goes straight at Champagnie, slams it down in transition, and that's going to cut the lead down for the San Antonio Spurs to 7. And there will be a timeout again with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left here in this game. This game's getting close. 103-96. It's a close game. I need to see your guys' support for the Spurs. Leave an S for the Spurs in the chat. Leave an R in the chat if you want the Rockets to win. We got to see who wins S versus R in chat. Let's go right now. Gotta see that. Gotta see that in the chat. Harrison Barnes is doing some unreal stuff right now. Move to Hawaii. It's 5 p.m. here. Marcos, I mean, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Shout out to you in Hawaii. That would be awesome. When I'm in the lottery, I'm flying you and your queen to a game and the rest of the crew. Rick, I'll keep you to your word on that. And look, when I win the lottery, I will also fly down, me and my crew. Thank you so much, Rick. Rob, in a way, following the Spurs is real. In a way, following basketball and researching numbers, who's in, who's out, could be neat stuff too. Yeah, nerd stuff too. I agree. If you live in Canada, why do you like the Spurs? Well, you know, they are the best. Exactly like you said. Just like Rick said, it's in your name. But the reason is because of where I live. Like, I think some people, again, I'm not saying you guys are generalizing, but I said this earlier, like, some people just group Canada as one big thing. But, like, we're just like the States, and that every province has its own culture, its own people, its own, like, so, you know, like, for me, being from Newfoundland, I'm so far east, like, it's a 3-hour flight just for me to get to Toronto, where the Raptors are. Like, that's pretty far. And so, like, I didn't feel any connection to them. They didn't feel like Canada's team when I was a kid. They weren't even that good, like Jose Calder and Andre Brignani. So I was just looking at good teams. I was playing the NBA games. I was talking to my friends, and the Spurs were really good in, like, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. And I just ended up falling in love with some highlights. Manu Ginobili, his jersey's right here, became my favorite player very quickly, and the rest is history. That's why I'm a Spurs fan. Felt no connection to the Raptors. I felt no geographic connection, and so I picked the team I like the best, and that is your Spurs, and they are the best. Stephon Castle is playing right now. He's got the ball in his hands. Devin Vassell sets the screen. Castle nearly turns it over, though. Castle stepping in, out to Julian Champagnie, who beats Amen Thompson, but it looks like Champagnie stepped out of bounds on the sideline, and it's going to be the Rockets coming the other way with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left here in this game. We got 106 people in here. I'm seeing all the S's in the chat. Thank you. Thank you all for sending those in the chat. We love the love. For all you new faces, we're trying to get 10,870 subscribers. Only 4 away. That's a big goal. Subscribe if you want more streams just like this. You want videos about the Spurs every single day. As Alperen Sengun slams it down with authority on the San Antonio Spurs. 103-98. But the Spurs are back quickly. Keldon Johnson The Rockets are in a 2-3 zone right now. Stephon Castle is being forced to take the 3. He doesn't make it. The Rockets in the zone and Stephon Castle taking the 3 is not a good idea. Devin Vassell is shooting 4 for 9. Harrison Barnes is 6 for 9. Champagnie is 4 for 10. Why are these guys not the ones taking the 3s right now? This is killing the Spurs. Stephon Castle is the one guarding Sengun. He's sending the double. Barnes is still on Kevin Durant. He's been holding him to a poor shooting night. And it's Sengun with a nice inside pass to Amen Thompson. He gets Kevin Johnson in the air and he finishes. And that's going to lead to, I think, another timeout. As now it's 103 to 100. This game has gotten close. We need to see the love for the San Antonio Spurs. Maybe this is a tough game right now. So right now we're going to just take a moment. We're going to chill for a second. But this is okay. We need to close this out. Again, we had a big lead. We had a 10-point lead. We came back from a 10-point lead in the first half with a 14-2 run, and we blew a 10-point lead in the second half. It's 103 to 100 right now. The San Antonio Spurs need to capitalize on this 2-3 zone that the Houston Rockets are throwing at them. You can see Barnes is open in the corner, and the Spurs didn't want to take it, didn't want to give him the ball. We have Stephon Castle shooting some threes right now. He's missed 2 in a row. I really don't love it. Dog, why can't we not close out games? I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Manu is the best, and I completely agree. Manu is the best. Go Spurs, go. We getting Wemby a new arena. That's right. We absolutely are. Spurs fans are international too. We got fans from all over the world here. Absolutely. Lots of French fans, lots of European Spurs fans. Lots of French, of course, because of Victor Wembanyama, but I love how international this team is. As here we go. We're heading into the final stretch of the fourth quarter. Less than 6 minutes remaining. It's 103 to 100 for the San Antonio Spurs. This channel and TSR Sports are the best channels for Spurs. Baby, I love talking about San Antonio Spurs. It's our favorite thing to do. Alperen Sengun with the great spin move. Great help from Kevin Johnson, but he didn't want to commit the foul, and I think that's smart. Sengun threw it down. Sengun's having himself a solid game. He did get in some foul trouble earlier, but he's up to 22.7 rebounds, 8 assists, 47% from the field. Kevin Durant also 22 points, but Durant has 7 turnovers, just 1 rebound, 2 assists. It's not a great game for KD. He's only taken 2 threes. Amen Thompson with 12 points and a block, but look, right now, the Spurs got to capitalize in these last 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in the game, and it's Victor Wembanyama back into the game as Stephon Castle's coming up. Here we go. It's Wemby. Passing to Castle. Kick back out. Julian Champagnie. 3-ball. Julian Champagnie, baby. Julian Champagnie is on a freaking roll tonight. He's up to 19.6 rebounds, 4 steals, 5 for 11 from 3. Champagnie him and Harrison Barnes have been the difference makers for San Antonio so far. Barnes tries to go over the screen on Reed Sheppard, but Reed Sheppard, it doesn't matter. You're too slow. Sheppard hits the 3 right back, and with just over 4 minutes left here in this fourth quarter, the San Antonio Spurs find themselves up by only 3 after having a double-digit lead on multiple different occasions. Victor Wembanyama is trying to seal Sengun in the post, but it's just not going to work. Beautiful backdoor cut. Stephon Castle gets it. Reed Sheppard looked like he doesn't know what defense is. Sometimes he doesn't, but Stephon Castle gets a great bucket off the feed from Wemby, who's now up to 18, 8, and 4. Stephon Castle up to 12 points, 11 assists for Stephon Castle as well. Finally, getting those assist numbers up. Harrison Barnes guarding Alperen Sengun. It's Wemby out here on Kevin Durant. Durant is probably going to go straight at him and try and draw the foul. Wemby to the rim. They call a foul, but it's on Stephon Castle, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they called that on Wemby. I hope not. Yeah, it's on Stephon Castle. But yeah, I don't know what Reed Sheppard was doing. Reed Sheppard with just, back-to-back possessions of Reed Sheppard not knowing where he needed to be. And, the Spurs are just abusing that. Right now, Reed Sheppard is losing track of his assignment very, very, very badly. Not they, just Reed Sheppard. Fell asleep, Spurs, man. Fox the fastest in the league, but who's second? If John Wall was still in the league, I know it would be John Wall, but I don't know. Amen Thompson probably is, let's be honest. Amen Thompson, we can tell how fast he is just watching him today. As Kevin Durant knocks down the free throw. So with 3:35 remaining, Kevin Durant cuts the lead down to 4 with a chance to cut it down to 3 here right now at the free throw line. Let's go. Let's get some hype for our Spurs. Kevin Durant puts it up. Ooh, it looks short. But it rolls in. That came weirdly out of his hand, but it does count. 108 to 105. The San Antonio Spurs have the lead by 3 points with 3.5 minutes remaining, and Stephon Castle getting guarded by Reed Sheppard. Stephon Castle looking. Nothing really doing. He goes to Victor Wembanyama in the high post once again. Wemby with the dribble, the step through. He doesn't get it to go over Sengun, but it's Castle with the old board, and Julian Champagnie, 22 points on the night. Champagnie with his 6th 3 of the game, makes it 111 to 105 for the San Antonio Spurs. What a 3-ball that was. And Sengun comes down, can't get the layup to go. The ball is tipped, and there's a foul called. Oh, no. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that for the time. Let's fix this time. There's about 3 minutes left now, I think. But what a rebound, first of all, from Stephon Castle, picking up his 12th assist. 12 and 12 for Stephon Castle. 2 turnovers. I was talking about how we needed Stephon Castle to cut down the turnovers, and tonight he did. He's got 12 assists. He's got 2 turnovers as Amen Thompson is at the line with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. He does hit the first free throw, which is rather unfortunate, I suppose, but it's 111 to 106. Of course, Thompson, not the best free throw shooter, but he can knock him down. 13, 5, and 3 on the night. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Amen Thompson puts it up, and it's good. Nothing but net. 111 to 107 for the San Antonio Spurs, and it's Stephon Castle bringing the ball right back up. 111 to 107. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter in this first NBA Cup game for the San Antonio Spurs. An important game for the standings. They keep going back to Wemby in the high post. Wemby above the three-point line at the logo. He's trying to blow by Alperen Sengun. He goes up with it. He misses the layup again, but it's Stephon Castle once again with the offensive rebound. What a hustle from Castle on a night where Wemby just can't get it going. It's the boys picking up the slack on the offensive glass. 5-0 boards for Keldon, 2 for Castle, 2 for Vassell. As, oh my goodness, Thompson had a dunk, but he passed it up. Josh Gosse, the off-balance 3, gets his own rebound, doesn't want to go at Wemby and turns it over. The Spurs are coming back down the floor with 2.5 minutes left. Stephon Castle looking, inside pass to Wemby, back out to Castle. Castle just going to take a dribble. He's just going to calm it down. Champagny wants to shoot it, you can tell. Sengun was not guarding him up close. Sengun looks tired. Wemby with a little shot over Amen Thompson. Oh, maybe that's the Victor Wembanyama shot you need. It's 115 to 107. The Spurs take an 8-point lead. The Rockets call timeout with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. The San Antonio Spurs, leave a like for our Spurs, baby. This is exactly what we need. Here we go. Let's go. Leave a like on the stream. We're at 65. We'd love to get to 70. If you want the San Antonio Spurs to win, we just need 5 more likes to hit that goal. 115-107 in this first NBA Cup game against a tough Houston Rockets team. And you know what the best thing about this game is? This is not Wemby's best game. It's far from it. Far from it. But despite that, despite Wemby really looking off and only getting going in the second half, it's the supporting cast who finally have showed up. The San Antonio Spurs have shot 43 threes today, and they're shooting 42% from 3. Now, the Houston Rockets, to their credit, are 13 for 25. They're at 52% from 3. They're outshooting us in terms of percentage at the three-point line and on the floor. Even at the free throw line, the Rockets are 18 for 19. The Rockets' efficiency is higher than the Spurs across the board, but it is the second chance points that are keeping the Spurs in this game right now. So many O boards, 14 offensive rebounds, and I'm pretty sure the Spurs are over 30 second chance points. The Rockets have as many O boards, but it's the Spurs. Both teams have 14 O boards, but it's the Spurs who are really capitalizing on these opportunities. They are making the second chance points count. As Wembanyama could have got called for an offensive foul on Sengun there, but he didn't, and it's Stephon Castle who gets that O board and puts it down. And then Wemby with a little shimmy, over the shoulder hesitation, pump fake, bang! That baseline shimmy jumper over Amen Thompson as the game is back on. As Thompson into Sengun. Sengun dribbling at the top over to Kevin Durant, sets the hard screen, but he kind of only hits Durant with that as Harrison Barnes is able to fight through. 2 timeouts remaining for the Spurs, just 1 for the Rockets. Champagny, oh my goodness, that's a tough shot from KD. He airballs it, but Amen Thompson's right there. 2 seconds, 1 on the shot clock. Reed Shepard shoots the 3, it doesn't go. Harrison Barnes gets the rebound. That's going to be a loose ball foul on Tari Eason, but the Spurs are going to get possession, which is I'm very thankful for. Harrison Barnes having himself a great game as well. 20 points now, 5 rebounds, 6 for 9 from 3 with 1 minute 52 seconds left. Oh baby, this game is turning into a game. What did I say? 1 minute 52? Here we go. 1 minute 52. 1 minute 52 seconds left in the game. Reed Shepard checks out after a good game. 16.6 assists for Reed Shepard on 6 for 10 shooting, but he lost his defensive assignment one too many times, and the Houston Rockets, who need every stop they can get, can't afford to have him in the game. Stephon Castle kicks out. Wemby wants the 3. He didn't take it, though. Sengun is on him. Wemby still, I think, wants it. He wants to rip through. He's dribbling on Sengun. He's getting double. Pass to Castle. Swing over to Champagny. He's confident. He's letting it fly. He missed. The ball ricochets, and is over to Alperen Sengun, who collects it. As Josh Gosse is coming down the floor, Mitch Johnson is calling for the defensive set. It's Wemby up here on Sengun. Pass down low into Kevin Durant. Durant under pressure and turns it over again for his 8th turnover of the game. The Spurs take possession. Stephon Castle, oh, they call it travel. They call it travel on Stephon Castle with 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Uh-oh. Okay. Drama is increasing here. We got a bit of drama here in this game. 8-point game with 1 minute 18 seconds left. Mitch Johnson is not happy. I'm not sure if it's with the Castle or the refs, but 21 turnovers for the Rockets, 18 for the San Antonio Spurs. Dylan Harper's not happy. David Jones-Garcia's not happy. Stephon Castle looks like absolutely nothing happened. He looks totally fine. Kevin Durant inbounding the ball. Durant with a brutal game with 8 turnovers, but he's still scoring. Durant getting guarded by Harrison Barnes heavily. It's a switch now. Barnes is now on Sengun. Sengun trying to really post up Barnes, but they're calling the foul on the floor for Harrison Barnes pushing on Alperen Sengun. Sengun is just really dropping his shoulder into every spur tonight, and that's going to send the Houston Rockets to the line because that is bonus. 115 to 107. The Spurs just need to hold on to an 8-point lead. What's probably going to be 6 after Alperen Sengun's 2 free throws here. The Rockets are shooting pretty well from the free throw line. 18 for 19 tonight. So let's see if Alperen Sengun can continue that trend. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's breathing a lot. He's breathing a lot. Is he going to knock down this free throw with 1 minute and 11 seconds left? The first shot is no good. Alperen Sengun misses the first shot. Wemby fist pumps. That's an important miss for the San Antonio Spurs. Josh Okogie's coming in, discussing with the team. Reed Shepherd once again checks out as the Rockets are going to go back on defense. Shepherd's only coming in for some offensive possessions if he can get in there. So we're going to have to see here. We're going to have to see. Victory formation, baby. Let's go. Time is their friend. Use it, says Spurs, and I completely agree. Sengun waiting here. We got 70 likes. Thank you so much for 70 likes. We're only a few subs away. Again, if you're new, subscribe here. Alperen Sengun taking the second free throw. It's good. Alperen Sengun nails the second one. The Spurs and Rockets both incredible from the line tonight. The Rockets 19 for 21. The Spurs 19 for 21. Both teams at 90.5% from the line. They're not leaving any points on the board. Both teams shooting well from 3, well from the field, well from the line. It's all around a great game right now. Harrison Barnes inbounds the ball with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. And he gets it back, actually. Harrison Barnes is dribbling the ball up the floor. What the heck? Okay. He gives it to Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle with Tari Eason on him. Devin Vassell looking to set an off-ball pick for Wemby. Wemby goes back under the screen. He's posting up Amen Thompson. It's a set play to get it over to Champagny on the wing into Wemby. Double team. Back out to Champagny. Swing to Barnes. Swing to Vassell. Vassell is wide open. He doesn't make the 3, but Julian Champagny, arguably the MVP of the night, gets the O board, but it's tipped after it was passed to Castle, and the Rockets come away with the possession. They're scrambling. The ball's on the floor. Champagny comes up with it again, but he turns it over again, but it goes right back to Wemby, and he shoots the ball. What the heck is going on? With 38 seconds left in a 7-point lead, that barely felt like basketball. That barely felt like basketball. What on earth happened there? The ball ricocheted like 10 different times. Hot potato. But let's go. The Spurs come up with the basketball. We got to watch this again. After a Vassell missed 3. The ball was recouped by Champagny. Castle tried to pass it up, but it was deflected and stolen by Josh Okogie, who passed up into the half court. It was deflected. Amen Thompson dove on the ball, hit off his chest. Champagny picked it up again, then turned it over to Sengun, who fouled Wemby in transition. And that's going to send Wemby to the line where he nails the first free throw to bring him to 21 points on the night. 21, 8, and 4 for Victor Wembanyama. This second free throw is going to be absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. We're already good. We're already a 3-possession game away. But you need to see this from Wemby. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. And that's what we want. Wembanyama just sighing, knowing he can seal this game essentially with a made free throw. And he does. He's not going to give the Rockets any breathing room with 38 seconds left. It's Sengun. They're not calling a timeout. They're just going to let the ball roll. But Castle's not going to let that happen. He pressures Amen Thompson, forcing Amen to pick up the ball. Amen over to Sengun, who shoots the deep 3. It's no good. The rebound goes to Amen Thompson, who shoots a deep 2. His foot was on the line. It's no good. Stephon Castle comes down with the rebound. Amen Thompson strips it from him. Josh Okogie misses at the rim, but Sengun puts it in. But that's going to be 117 to 110, but I think that's going to be too little too late. And despite Alperen Sengun putting in that bucket, Harrison Barnes going down the floor, they did call a foul. So Harrison Barnes is going to go to the line here. But for all intents and purposes, that is going to do it. The San Antonio Spurs are going to come away with the win in their, unless a miracle happens, in their first NBA Cup game. A game that was such an important game for them, knowing you're getting De'Aaron Fox back for next game, knowing that you had Jeremy Sochan and Kelly Olynyk in a limited capacity tonight. The Spurs were using a lot of different lineups, focusing on just, like in the second half, the defensive adjustment of doubling Kevin Durant and forcing him into a ton of turnovers was so perfect. But the shooting for the San Antonio Spurs tonight, including at the free throw line as Barnes makes the first, was a huge difference maker. The San Antonio Spurs 18 for 45 from 3, 45 3 shot. The Rockets have only shot 27, and that's including these hucks at the end of the game. 18 for 25. This is going to be it. Harrison Barnes makes the second free throw, and I mean, that's it. That's going to do it for sure. 119 to 110. The ball is inbounded to Alperen Sengun. And it's stolen by Harrison Barnes, and he's going to put it away because we know the point differential matters in the NBA Cup, baby. Harrison Barnes is going to slam it home. This is our first Cup win. It is the first Cup game and the first Cup win. Tari Eason going to the rim. He loses control of the ball, and he passes, but he's out of bounds. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And the Rockets bench is complaining, but the game is over. Keep complaining, boys. I mean, you've done it all game long, but that's going to do it. The San Antonio Spurs, despite some questionable refereeing on both sides, the Spurs were trying to score because they know the NBA Cup points matter, but that's going to do it. Let's go. Leave some W's. All I want to see in the chat is W's. Spam W's. Spam W's for the San Antonio Spurs, getting a massive, massive win here against the Houston Rockets. Spurs win. Spurs win 121-110. That'll do it. The first NBA Cup game is a massive victory. Let's take a look at some of our boys. Take a look at the box score here. We're going to bring this in, and we're going to chat about this with all you wonderful, amazing people that have been along for the ride. Spurs win, baby. Spurs win. What a win in the first NBA Cup game. I am so happy right now. Let's chill this back up. Let's get some vibey music. I see the W's in the chat. And let's take a look at the box score. So I was watching this on, I had the League Pass box score up. So let's take a look here. Spurs beat the Rockets. So who was your MVP? Who's your MVP? Send your game MVP below. Send your game MVP. Who was your MVP for the San Antonio Spurs tonight? For me, look, Wemby had a good game. There's a lot of guys I could pick. Stephon Castle with 14 points, 13 assists. He did end up with 5 turnovers, but a lot of them were not like real turnovers like this late in the game. So I don't really count that. For me, it's Harrison Barnes, but probably Julian Champagnie. It's got to be Champagnie. Julian Champagnie with 22 points, 6 for 13 from 3, 5 steals, 7 rebounds. But Harrison Barnes as well did such a good job locking up KD that he might get the bump. Like, it's between those two guys for me, and I think they both stepped up when we needed them. And I love the shout about Keldon Johnson in the chat. Michael D. Luffy saying, Keldon Johnson, look, those 6 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, helping the Spurs get all those second chance points. Again, second chance points literally was the difference in this game. A massive win against the Houston Rockets. Again, highlighted by so many things, but we got Champagnie. You know what? I've only seen a couple, two names here mainly. Who is game MVP? Champagnie or Barnes? Let me know in the vote in the poll. Vote in the poll here. We got the stats up here. Is it Champagnie or Barnes? Who's your MVP of this game? Look, you might even say Wemby, you might say Castle, but I'm only giving you 2 options. But the whole team, like Michael said, they work together as a unit. This was an awesome, awesome game to watch as any kind of fan. Neutral fan, like, great game. The Spurs really, really forced the Rockets into so many bad decisions, right? Like, Kevin Durant had 24 points, but he had 8 turnovers and 5 fouls and basically no peripherals, and he only shot 44% from the field. Sengun shot a lot. He nearly had a triple-double, but again, 5 fouls, 3 turnovers. And Tari Eason, 4 turnovers, 11 points. And like, the Spurs weren't amazing on the turnovers either. We had 19 to the Rockets 24. But the second chance points and avoiding those turnovers is what really won us the game. And the poll is actually close there between Champagnie and Barnes. Josh, you sound like Radio Spurs. We had listened to the game if the Spurs didn't sell out way back. Well, I really appreciate that. I mean, that's the best thing I can do for you guys. It's I give you guys value. You guys want to come back here and see me? Look, the support, especially you channel members, to be able to to give your hard-earned money to us to do this. You don't realize how much that is appreciated in trying to keep this thing rolling. And a serious thank you to Spurs and great announcing. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you to all of you for being here for this wonderful Spurs win. I wouldn't be here if there were no fans. You guys make this such like the best side job in the world. I love it. And to be able to talk about the Spurs every single day is awesome. So nice I had to say it twice. Champagnie, we got Castle. We got a lot of people talking about a lot of things here. We'll end the poll right there. And you know what? That's the end of the poll. Harrison Barnes wins the poll. 30 people voted, and it's Harrison Barnes who gets the MVP. And you know what? I'm going to use that screenshot in the video. So I think that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a game. Spurs win their first NBA Cup game versus the Houston Rockets. And hey, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe. 10,867. Oh, we know that can get even higher. Thank you for tuning in every single day. Thank you to the channel members. Thank you, everyone. I'm your host, Josh Gosse. I'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy the outro.